practicing how I'm going to style it later once it's all in. Because this is the face I got to get used to seeing. So, I don't know. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. We practicing on this gray. I used some of my hair wax that I didn't have for way too long. It probably ain't no good, but we about to see. I'm about to see. Because this is what it's about to look like. All this gray, this is exactly what it's about to look like. So let's just do it now. I'm probably going to really dye them gray so I don't even have to worry about it no more and just keep those out. That's probably what I'm about to do because this is the grayest part of my hair. So I'm probably just going to take all of these, go get me some gray color, and just let it do what it's going to do. Thank you. Hey, Sarah. Hey. So don't be mad at me, y'all. I did not go to the post office today because I didn't. I've been tired. And so it will be by the end of the week. Do not kill me for the surprise packs and all of that stuff. Hey, it's going to get out by the end of the week. Okay? And I need y'all to be patient with me. And then, too, there's stuff that got sent out over almost a month ago. And because of the holiday, it didn't make it until after the holiday. So sometimes the delivery and that stuff, that's not on me. I be doing what I say most of the time. I say about 85% when I say I'm going to do it. Sometimes I come on and tell y'all I didn't get a chance to. But for the most part, thank you. If I send something out, I don't have no control over when Amazon gets it out or when the post office delivers it. That depends on supply and demand and all of that. So please be patient with me. Okay? Lord Jesus. Well, not to the post office box. I mean to the post office. I quit shipping to the post office box because they was doubling the fees. I'm like, oh no, let me take myself to this post office because we need all our pennies, honey. I didn't know that, and I asked him, and he was like, oh yeah, we have to charge our fee. Oh well, hell, let me go right down the way, right down here. Yeah, but no, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. Anyway. So, I wanted to read what we gonna read this morning, and then my uncle called me, and it's so crazy because exactly what I was gonna teach, I was like, Dad, is this what you want me to teach on? And I was kind of, up in the air about it because sometimes I don't know. Don't do that. I just got in here. Damn. So, with that, my uncle calls me and starts talking to me, y'all. Why it was in a different conversation, but it was everything that I just read. So we're gonna read that today. He was my confirmation, okay? And mind you, remember when I told y'all last week when I was calling I was trying to call my uncle, and I called my brother because they have the same name. Who remembers me telling this story? And then I end up talking to my brother about everything and telling him about the union and all of that. Y'all remember this conversation? Well, the uncle that I was trying to call inboxed me like, hey, call me. Almost a week later. I said, I was trying to call you last week, but I called your nephew and this and that. He was too tickled. I said, yeah, I was trying to call you last week and I called your nephew who has the same name. And then here you are calling me this week. You see how that work out? Sometimes when God put people on your mind, you never know what it's for, right? But nothing is for nothing either. I called the name, but it was the wrong one, right? But I still needed to talk to both in his timing. Exactly. I wasn't supposed to talk to that one last week. I was supposed to talk to that one this week. So, it's just crazy. Anyway, so I know what we're going to read today. Some more of the bread kits and bread cast iron, whatever you call it, pans have been out. And then some people, so everybody didn't get cast iron. Some people got cast iron. Some people got cast iron. And then some people got bread pans, but they're not cast iron, but they got the sourdough kit. So it's been a lot of trying to figure it all out. Hey, Pumpkin. It's been a lot of trying to figure all that out. So no, everybody did not get the same thing, but everybody got something of value. Does that make sense? And they all cost about the same. Okay? We just, how it went out is a thing. Y'all got me? So the kids is gonna get out by the end of this week. The surprise packs, they'll be out, because I thought I was gonna be able to do it Saturday and Sunday, or I mean Saturday and today. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't feel like leaving the house. So with that, it by the end of the week. Okay, is that fair? Hey, Pumpkin, is that fair? Like the surprise packs and all of that, they'll go out by the end of the week. Is that fine with y'all? And then that's Saturday. By Saturday, they'll be out. Cause sometimes I don't be want to leave this house. Sometimes I do not want to leave my house, and I would, if I do, I probably won't be happy about it. So then, okay, thank you for being understanding. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. Ooh. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for class? Or y'all still? Oh, we only been in here 5 minutes. I know how y'all do. Y'all pass notes for about 15 minutes. This I know. Y'all pass notes for about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna let y'all pass them. I never want to leave mine. I get upset when I have to. I'm trying to tell you. I'd be like, why do I have to go outside? Why? It's not important. There's nothing out there that I want, so why do I have to go outside? Hey, y'all. So, there was a movie that I wanted y'all to watch, and I can't think of it. God will bring it back to me, hopefully. That's me real bad. Yes, honey. Listen. Hey, I have, but you gotta use other words. Y'all can't say what it is. That's why everybody is calling the things Dior bags. Y'all gotta use other words, because those things are triggering the algorithm. Gotta use other words. Have you heard about the air, or not the air, but the breath, or you know what I'm saying? Something between working and the holidays and counting down the days till my staycation. Your girl is tired. I'm trying to tell you, I've been worn out lately. I ain't even gonna lie. But guess what? Have y'all looked at the UK videos? The perfume, right? So the perfume, right. Did y'all look at the other perfume videos? I've been good. Did y'all? Yeah, all of the fragrances from the perfume is happen. Everybody that smell them is having the same experience. Thank you so much. Girl, I'm practicing this gray. I'm about to dye these ones in this front gray. I'm not about to keep playing with it because they gray. I'm just about to dye them gray. Probably in this week. They gonna be gray because I'm over it. It's gray, but I want it to all be gray. I don't want to wait. So then we just gonna jump right into it. No, you can't write that, girl. Sometimes I don't think y'all use y'all ears, and I'm over saying it. Find a different way to say it. Come on, y'all be here every day. I'm tired of saying it, and I don't want to hear I'm sorry. I don't want to hear that. I'm telling you, if I just said that, you can't. These are all trigger words because everybody is saying the same thing. So the algorithm is picking up on it. You have got to find a different way to say what you want to say. Use your imaginations. Thank you. I love y'all, but we grown, and I've been saying that for so long. I shouldn't even. It should be automatic by now. We too late in the game for y'all to keep making the same mistakes. I'm telling y'all, they trying to get rid of the account, and folks are still just typing whatever. So y'all don't want to be here. Just say that. Thank you. Thank you. Listen. Who remembers me having the class and I said, I need y'all to go look up what the laws are about what you type. Your keystrokes are being recorded, whether you're texting or on here. If you can't tell, the man that is coming in the office, okay, said that influencers and people on the internet can be prosecuted for what they say if they deem it misinformation. I don't know why y'all keep thinking that only applies to me. You have a social media, and the people is watching. So it don't only apply to me. It applies to you as well. Y'all got to get that through your heads, like, for real. And those are the things that they are going, if they can go through your phone, and when you go in the grocery store, start popping up the ads that you've been looking at as soon as you come down the aisle. Yeah, but you didn't just now. And even in saying that, gives it away. Now they know what to look for. You don't say, you just do. And this is why I said a lot of y'all wouldn't have went to, I couldn't. Cause baby, it be too many slips around here, honey. And CERCA don't play about her business. You're not gonna slip and just, that's how folks just be telling the enemy all your business. No. That's a scary deal for me. And that's why I always run by myself, because who gonna tell the story? Me and God. No, you're talking about exactly what we're talking about. But every keystroke is recorded. Understand that? I'll be trying to tell y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, sis. So, okay, let's do this real quick. Anybody ever watch the crime shows? I want to show y'all something. Let's do this like this. Anybody ever watch the crime shows? Because I need y'all to understand how serious this is. Anybody? Anybody ever watch the crime shows? Since the technology of cell phone, they can tell exactly where you were. They know if you were at home, in the vicinity of your job, when you sent a text, right? They can even tell whose cell phone was in the vicinity of that tower when whatever was being done or whatever was being said. They can tell if you texting while you driving, can they not? We all agree that this is a thing. They know what tower your phone last pinged on before you turn your phone off, stop receiving messages, everything. Okay, so let me give you a hypothetical scenario. The pop stand has blown. You know how they say, I'm about to blow this pop stand? Okay, well, the pop stand has blown. And there are animals that are congregating together. But they're not supposed to congregate in these areas. These animals, they're supposed to be singular. And do you see what I'm saying? All they will have to do is use the animal tags to find out which animals are convening together, which herds are moving at the same time, and where they are meeting up. No, because the tags and the other animals read each other. So I won't have nobody that don't understand what I told y'all about the dream I had where the lady kept leading the people to us, and I punched her. I tore her head off. Because people are losing, animals are losing their lives because your lips is loose as hell. You don't know how to know and not say. Sorry ain't gonna matter if everybody already know where the herd is. My mistake ain't gonna matter if the animal hunters then came. It's too late. And that's why I don't run with the herd. That's gonna be too late. Get your together. Period. This is why when we was talking about no. Because if you can't get it after 2 years, if you can't, you ain't gonna get it in no month. And I'm not putting myself at risk because you don't know what to do. Especially when I've been saying it every day. It ain't one day when I done got on here since I've been on here and said, hey, chill out. Learn. Understand without saying. Know without saying. You don't got to say everything you know. I'm tired of it. I don't even got to tell my kids this, and they 21, 22, 25, and 27. It blows me. I'm telling you, all I got to do is look at them, and it didn't take me no 10 years to teach them. You ain't going to be able to say everything, 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You said it. Damn. It boils my peanuts, baby. Because folks be like, where are we going? We ain't going nowhere. Not if that. It's been 3 years, baby. I've been waiting to have one class where somebody that ain't been here a long time don't do that. And it ain't happened yet. So, yeah, that be making me think, no. Maybe that's why the miracle that we need ain't happened yet, because y'all being led the people to the animal sanctuary. And this is why I didn't run with messy chicks and niggas in the streets, because you a nigga to get the nigga pop because you talk too much. You will mess up the whole organization and everybody's money because you want to be that one to be seen and talk. And I know this person, and I didn't run with people that talked about who they knew and still don't. Because you could be talking to me about somebody I know and you'll never know that I know them. I'm not going to say nothing because that ain't my business. Not to you, anyway. But I will drop it. You need to be careful. And I ain't going to tell you where I got it from, but you need to be careful. So, back to what I was saying. And folks can think I'm being harsh until you in a situation. Can I ask y'all a question? Not trying to be funny. How many life skills have I talked to y'all about here that right after that somebody hasn't had to use? Pretty much everything we talk about here, it is a thing called strategy. And if you don't use it, you endanger everybody around you. Because you won't understand and you feel like you can do and say whatever you want and be loud and obnoxious or whatever it is, or just always speak things because you know. There are so many things that I never talk about. Just because I know it don't mean nobody else needs to know I know. Do you realize that's how people get put in nice white rooms? Do you understand that? With a nice snuggly jacket, talking about what they know. Oh, y'all forgot about that part. It's a real thing. Not babe. CERCA. Not babe, Circa. Circa or Dean, not babe. Same way you want somebody to call you Mr. Mrs. Circa, Mrs. Dean, Dean or Circa, but not babe. You know why people do these things? Because they don't think it's serious. The reason that people didn't get up and get moving, even though I've been screaming for almost 1,000 days, please have your stuff ready. We have whole songs about it. It's because they didn't take it seriously. This I know. Because one thing that I know about God is this. Once you set your mind to something and you say, God, this is what I want to do, He will move you in the way to do it. Now, He's not going to force you. And He will provide. If He's telling you to do something, He's going to provide it. But what you do with it when He puts it in your hand, depends on you and determines your outcome. Hey, do you hear me? You can say, God, give me $1 million and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But when He give you the million, what you do with it? Do you do what you say you're going to do with it, or do you do something else? You can't be mad at God because you didn't accomplish what you wanted to do, because when He gave it to you, you squandered it. Do you understand? So there are some people in this community that did not take all of the time of me standing up here seriously, and they didn't prepare. I know this for a fact. And it ain't because God didn't give them what they needed to do it. Because anything that He's asking you to do, He's going to fund it. Do you hear me? There are people that are not taking, get an emergency plan for you and your children together. They're not taking that seriously. But we have birds with babies dropping out the sky. We got people going into stores and there's no eggs. And you will still squander your money on things that don't matter. It will not be God's fault if you didn't listen. It's not going to be nobody's fault around you if you didn't listen. You will, and if it ain't going to be no, you won't even be able to talk to nobody about what you don't have or what you didn't do. God is a merciful God. He's a grace-giving God, and He's an amazing provider. I cannot say that there's one time that that there's been a time when I needed something and God didn't provide it. And that was way before now, when I wasn't even old enough to work and I didn't live with my parents. Every single thing that I've ever needed, He has always provided it. Maybe not all my wants, but everything that I've needed. And God gives you time to get your stuff together. It's what you choose to do with that time. It's what you choose to do with the finances that He gives you. If you haven't put what I gotta have and what I want right now out of your way to say, God, what do I need? That is your decision daily. And you cannot be mad at nobody else. Like I used to tell my kids, if you're irresponsible, that don't have nothing to do with me. If you don't take your business seriously, that don't have nothing to do with me. In real life. I got my kids. I done told y'all I love them. I send them what I can. If you all don't choose to take this seriously and you want to keep blowing your money doing whatever, this is a choice that you are making. And that's what everybody that done came through here. If I'm going to tell my kids, I'm telling y'all too. Because nobody else is going to be in your situation but you. And if you got your kids, your parents, your whoever, it's going to only like me. I've been saying this for more than 3 years, or almost 3 years, have I not? Who never heard me say this before? I talked to my uncle today. He said, baby, it's about to get bad. I said, Uncle, I already know, and people don't believe it. He said they showed don't. He's 58 years old. He said, baby, people don't even realize. He said, I know how to live off the land. I know how to cook with candles. I know how to do this. I know how to make bread from scratch. I know how to. I said, right. He's 58. And he like, yeah, you can feel it. I said, you said it before I could even get it out. It's about to be bad. And people don't believe it. He said they still living like everything just about to be okay. Some people's eyes are open and some people like, well, I'm about to live my life. You welcome, pumpkin. You are welcome. You hear me? These things are going to be vital, are they not, Nisi Poo? You hear me? You can survive on bread and water. You can survive on bread and soup. The slaves did it. Anytime they got ready to hand somebody something out that cloth, what was it? What was it? Cornbread, rye bread, sourdough, a biscuit. It was some bread. So somebody said, what is a bread pan gonna do? Keep your donkey alive? Keep you alive. It seemed like something small. But what did Jesus? Thank you. What did Jesus break? Okay. And he multiplied it, did he not? He multiplied it, did he not? So to somebody, a bread pan. Thank you for my bread pan. Thank you for my flour. Thank you for my baking soda. Thank you for a little bit of water and a little bit of egg or whatever, baby. Because guess what? If nothing else, bread and water keep you alive. There are some things that people think don't have no value, but baby, here in a minute, telling you. Woo, Ken. It smells good in here. What is that? Nothing. Every time I saw somebody get on the road, I don't care if it was the old movies back in the day with the you good, pumpkin. With the swords, they'll go find them some meat and somebody that made some kind of flatbread on a rock. Somebody that made, you hear me? Flour, a little water, and some seasons will make a nice roux for some soup too. Come on, nephew. Or some gravy. Fish and bread keep a poor man fed. Domino slang, but true. Okay. You hear me? You said that pretty price change is in the store. Okay. You can pay $8 for one loaf of bread. Do you know how much bread kids eat? They'll eat 3 peanut butter sandwiches back to back. One kid. And it's only what, 12 to 18 loaves in a pieces in a loaf? Maybe 24 slices. That's 6 slices of bread in one sitting gone for one kid. You said facts. Girl, I know. I had 4 of them. I'm telling you. You said you ain't never lied. Okay. So for $8, I can go get me a whole bag of flour, some baking soda, a little bit of salt, and some oil, like nephew said, and I can make me 3 or 4 loaves of bread for that same $8. I'll take it. Cause once it cool down, I can put it in the freezer like I do the store-bought bread. And if I want to add some vegetables or herbs or whatever to it, I can do that. There go my artisan bread right there. You hear me? You said, and I got 4, so you spent. I'm trying to tell you, it's a real thing. There are things. You said my kids can eat half a loaf in one day. Here we go. Trying to tell you. I already know. I told you I had to start making my own bread. My kids ate like 4 grown men. I was used to cooking Thanksgiving type meals every day. And then even it was just me, my girls, and my ex-husband, baby, I had to cook like Thanksgiving every day. My daughter just talked about it. She said we have our main courses, and then it's always gonna be a sweet. It's always gonna be a sweet, right? Which is ain't nothing out no box. So I done been slaving all day. Well, not all day, but a good portion of it. You hear me? That's why grandma had fresh bread every day. Because kids gonna eat some bread if they don't eat nothing else. They might not eat no beans. They might not eat no rice. They might not eat no vegetables. You said facts. I can't just buy a loaf. Okay. Well, looks like wheat flour and all the different kind of flours should be showing up. That's a way to cut your grocery bill. If you can make your own Italian bread, you don't gotta give Walmart $1. You can make 2 loaves or 3 loaves for that same dollar. Can you not? Because 2 cups of flour, even 1.5 cups of flour can make you 2 loaves of bread. Not me. That's because of that's your thing. But I'm just saying, and you can make your butter too. These things are going to be so vital. And now that I know you can make the shelf stable butter, I got to that's my next thing, is making some of the ghee or G, whatever you call it. Because we need that. It's not going to be no butter. And now we know. I just be thinking about everything I used to see in the old movies. You hear me? And I got country people from the South that salt their own meat and make their own this and make their own that. I'm grateful for my 2 grandmothers that made most of their stuff from scratch. They wasn't no box grannies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not to the late 1990s or something, but before that, nah. If you came in there, it was my grandma. She made pancakes, waffles from scratch every morning. No cake mix, no pancake mix, no nothing. Flour, baking powder, egg split. She was gonna make me. Well, that's when I used to have a thing like that, and beat that egg, baby, and fold them in, and honey, vanilla, and all of that every day. So we got to get ready to go back to that. And so it's best that we learn it now while we have YouTube and the libraries and all of those things. You said, yep, that's me making pancakes from scratch. I'm trying to tell you, that's crazy. You said that my baby girl, 8 years old, picked up dehydrated butter yesterday from Walmart. Come on. Yep. And not just even the dehydrated butter. The ghee we can make right now, or G, whatever it's called, we can make that right now. Yeah, it ain't nothing but basically brown butter, and it becomes shelf stable. Y'all playing. Give me this. Because what we going to do? In a minute, they're going to be talking about the cows. Eggs, milk, cheese, all of that. Okay, well, where we going to get the butter from? Where we going to get it? God is giving us time to get what we need right now. Even reusing your grease, straining your grease and putting it up for later. Ain't no, I didn't got me a couple of different strainers and been putting it right back in there and writing fish, which I always did, but I really got back into the habit of it because it was just me. Well, when I had my kids, baby, I'm straining all that grease. Is And now that I know you can put some cornstarch in there and it'll soak all that other stuff out and reuse it, that's all you had to say. This is why grandmas kept all the bacon grease and they kept all the fish grease and they had a fish container and a this container because you gonna, if it ain't no oil, you gonna have to reuse what you got. You gonna have to refine the oil. Yeah, cornstarch and something else. I can't remember what they said. Cornstarch and water. You turn the grease up and pour the cornstarch and water in there and you let it cook and it soak up all that bits at the bottom and filter the grease. Is it water? Okay, cornstarch and water and to clean your grease. So those things are gonna be valuable. I reuse oil besides my stove right now. Yeah, yeah. I always filter my grease. I always filtered it, but I didn't know to do that. So I just learned that from TikTok. Thank you, God. That's why they trying to get rid of TikTok. Niggas is they doing their thing. I made my So did anybody make the vanilla paste? Yeah. Yeah. You said, oh, I did see. Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What are we using our time for? Let me ask y'all a question. Okay. Who uses their time for different things now? Just got your vanilla beans. Okay. I put the crumbs into the grease stew. Interesting. 30 minutes is a long time, baby. I can learn how to make about 10 different loaves of bread or some pasta or learn how to build something or make something out of nothing. 30 minutes. I try to be proactive and productive with all my new time now. Come on, Mr. Avery. Me, I do more research on everything now. Come on. Do y'all realize how much time we all had wasted looking at stuff that didn't add no value to our lives? Being involved in situations. I want to do ginger soda from girl. Keish, get on the. I told you me and my daddy do ginger ale burping contest. I synced it. I synced the black lady making it. I want to do it. I seen the black lady making it. I said, "Yep, that's next on the deal." I gotta give me some nutritional yeast. That's what I keep, cause a lot of stuff called, girl, you know ginger ale is my favorite. That soda, gonna kill it every time. I'm either gonna get that, or orange. She made ginger hibiscus. She sure did. And I'm not a hibiscus person, but I'll definitely take the ginger. Definitely, because I'm gonna put some lemon in that bad baby. I already know, honey. So yeah, you're making it right now, Jen? Tell me how it work out, because I'm about to make some. I got 2 bottles left from when no, it's not. No, it ain't. I don't like the taste. You drinking flowers, girl. You just as bad as old girl with the grass. What is wrong with y'all taste buds? I will not be drinking no flowers or grass. No, thank you. None of that sounds interesting to me. Y'all be killing me. So we got your girl over here with her grass drinks. Oh, and don't forget the aloe people and the okra water people. So we got slimy and clear. We got red and tastes like you went outside and ate 10 dandelions. And then we got the grass drink, which smells like the bottom of a lawnmower. What did I forget? Boba. That. and then you got the chunky, milky stuff. So I don't know. I'm just starting to question if how much y'all really right. Because that's what it sounded like to me, Amber. Oh, and the okra, the slimy, right. And that goes for aloe vera too. I don't know. That's why I can't follow all the trends. Because the people here be eating some of the craziest stuff. And I'll be like, try it. No. Hell no. And my daughter drink that. I don't drink that either. Girl, she gave me some kombucha. I almost threw up on her. Don't you ever give me no mess like that again. One of y'all nieces, she drink it all the time. I will not. Y'all see, that's that BS I be talking about right there. That goes right in line with the rest of them. No. Janae, no. No. She said, I love kombucha. You drink it almost every day. So do my daughter. They be drinking it. She's like, this is a different flavor. So I eat some yogurt. Since I'm pregnant, I have it in my wine glass to be fancy. Why is you doing my baby like that? You trying to pickle my baby? What is you doing? Don't be doing it. They don't want it. She said I put it in my glass. Trying to pickle my baby. She talking about it tastes like a strong vinegar. That baby probably in there like, what is this? No. Whoa. Stop. No, Mom, don't drink that. Like, that is the reverse of look who's talking, honey. No, I don't want no parts of that. Moving on. So you're gonna need your regular Bible. I will not tell you what gear to put on because I don't know what you're gonna need. So I say get your notebooks and stuff, and we're gonna be on Bible Gateway. Today I cannot foretell what you will need. I do not know, but I'd say just keep your gym bag close, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. Oh, excuse me. My dad would have said, that's a good one. Yeah, that's what he would have said. That's a good. It was. So, give y'all a few minutes to get your stuff together. Can I tell y'all something? And I say this a lot, but it's the truth. I know that I can be kind of hard on y'all, but it is only because I care. And so sometimes I do get a little worked up, but that's because I want y'all to be okay. Do y'all understand that? It's just like a kid running out into the street. Everybody around gonna start yelling and, well, don't do that. Why would you do it? Like, that's the same energy. Okay? Okay? So, yes, I'll probably get on y'all nerves. I don't care. I want y'all to be okay. And I'd rather be on your nerves and you hear my voice, or you think about something we had in class and you be ready, then you don't never hear it and don't know what to do, or it don't kick in when you need it. You said, yes, Auntie, that's why I'm quiet in the corner. Y'all not going to keep saying that. Well, get on over there and sit down then. Well, sit down and don't just get back over there then. All right. No, I'm just playing. But that's funny because my kids did go to the corner and sit up there quietly. Until you can act like you got some sense, go to the corner. Now take a book or something. You don't get to talk to nobody. You just need to be over there by yourself. I did that in daycare too, boy. Their parents used to be like, I don't know. But when they get in trouble, they just go and sit themselves in timeout. I say, yeah, because you need to know when you out of control. Everybody ain't always going to tell you when you out of control. You need to know for yourself. And if you get too many of these, then they just start walking backwards to the corner. Look, like this. Let me go put myself in timeout for Miss CERCA. Oh, okay. Go on over there, and when you feel like you want to be normal again, you come on back to the class. This didn't start with y'all. It started with daycare. That's how I know it worked. And look at y'all. Y'all go on the back yourselves into the corner now and sit right on there in the desk, and you just don't bother nobody until you ready to say something and you ready to come back to the group. You do. Sometimes y'all do require a certain tone, Auntie. You are so right. Case study 104 has learned when they are out of control, they know how to quiet themselves and calm themselves down. Okay, you don't believe me? How many of y'all used to pop off and now you don't? You think before you speak or act? Or you working on it? Mm-hmm. 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 Anybody over here? You. How about you? Yeah. Oh, no. See? Case in point. You said working on it, definitely better at work. Come on, because we great employees, because we represent our dad, and we don't want people to think that his children are not well behaved. Look, Auntie said, "Me, my neck has stopped swiveling." Oh, attitude. Ooh, Auntie. Never popped off. Did realize I need to check myself before I open my mouth. All right. Hey, Nisha. Okay. See, I told y'all it worked. You don't always gotta be the one to tell a person, but your demeanor when they do act out, it says a lot more than you popping off. You said I snap out a little less. A little is better than none. So the same thing I did with my daycare kids work with y'all too. Y'all started to realize when you were out of control by that whole. That means you're doing too much. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here, and when you're ready. But Miss CERCA, you is out of control. I can't talk to you while you out of control. I gotta let you go over there. And now y'all put yourself in timeout. You said thank you because I know it was in love. Yeah. But this is the thing. God says that his children know how to conduct themselves. Does he not? Learn not to respond to ignorance. It ends the convo a lot quicker. And then you don't have to be irritated all day. I'm not even about to get that money. Go away. You said I'll be locking myself in my room. Girl, I know all about that. Once you gave me that look, I knew I had to change my whole demeanor. Listen! Did it travel outside the classroom? I know it did because my niecey Pooh just said my demeanor is better at work. So you know it's like what you teach your kids at home, they exhibit those things at school. You get? So this is kind of like home to y'all now. We spend a lot of time together. But the things that you have learned, either from hearing other people's stories or me get on somebody else, you probably looked at yourself like, dang, I do that too. Let me stop doing it. Or watching me be like, I'll be right back, y'all. I still remove myself most times when I feel myself being there, getting ready to get out of control, do I not? So I'm not talking to y'all about something y'all don't have to see me. Now, sometimes, like the other day when I flipped that man off, I mean, I'm human, not saying it's okay, but I get out of control sometimes. But I'm working on it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not as bad as I used to be. I probably could be better. At work, I just look up and say, Dad, this is above my pay grade, and walk off. I'm trying to tell you, you handle this because I'm not about to be stressed out. Mm-hmm. It be the side eye roll that makes you clutch them out of. This one, this side eye, this one right here, or this face, or both of them mixed together with a little bit of. Mm-hmm. All three of these guys kind of. You're probably gonna get this first, and if you don't stop cutting up, you'll see this face, and then there's stages and levels to everything. If you don't pick up on this, you see this, and if you don't, then it's that fire. It's that fire coming after that. That's all I got for you. I done gave you a chance now. This is 3 steps of the 3 steps of CERCA. You hear me? You'll learn. Because 4, she probably going to be out of control. Because even here, I have not lost control. But after this phase, it's not going to be safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. Listen. And this been with everybody. Like, all my ex-husband's friends, they used to be like, we do not want to get you right up good. Do what you're supposed to do when you come over here. Act like you got some sense. Y'all have a good time. Don't make me have to come out here again. Act like you got some sense. You do that at your house. Y'all do all that craziness at your house. Not at mine. Hello?
Sorry. I'll call you later.
Are you okay?
Yeah, she's painting. So I just want to.
You painting, Emu? Hello. Let me see your. Let me see. It's so pretty. You're an artist. Oh, Grandma might have to give you $1. Yes. Good. Yes. Good job. High five.
Good job.
Thank you for letting me see. She's doing a good job too.
Yeah.
Yes, you are doing a good job. Come on, you make sure you let her write her name on the back.
I am.
Oh man, thank you for that. Y'all gonna be up for a minute?
Yeah. I gotta
Handle some business.
Run some errands. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
All right. I love y'all.
Love you too.
Okay, bye. But put the date on it.
I will. Say bye. Bye.
I love you. Mwah. I love you. Bye.
She said, why you? Bye.
She's busy.
Right.
Bye. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. My grandbaby said, yeah. She got her little watercolors out of her thing. Because her mom, she was like, I'm not buying all that stuff for the holidays. I'm about to get her some learning stuff. I said, bingo. Get her some skills moving. And she's sitting there putting it in all her little colors on the paper. Her mama bought her a whiteboard, I think, so she can draw on that instead of the wall. I said, see, now you're thinking. She said, we always had a whiteboard, did. Or a chalkboard wall. You ain't about to be tearing up my walls. It's a specific place. You can draw whatever you want. Thank you. Whatever you want on that chalk. I made my refrigerator chalkboard. I made the pantry door chalkboard, and they had a chalkboard in a room. The whole bottom of the wall. You can draw whatever you want. I clean the baseboards, but baby, listen, we ain't about to have you drawing all over the walls now. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And then when they got older, that's why I wrote their notes on the refrigerator, because you're always gonna see that in the chalk. And they can write a letter to me. Mom, you're being mean this week. Sometimes I just run my hand through it. So it's broke up a little bit. But yeah. My grandson scribbled on my leather tan couch when he was little. I know how it goes. And that's why we going to create a space where you already know when you want to feel creative, you go there. You go there. And once I learned I could make it myself, baby, every house, even up until the last, when I was with my ex-husband, you know how you walk into the kitchen and it's the wall where the phone used to be. For those of you that are old enough, some of y'all don't know what that is. But y'all remember the kitchen wall where the phone used to be? It was always like that small wall, the short wall, wherever it was in the kitchen. Okay. So the phone wall in all the house, I just call it the phone wall because that's what used to be there. The phone wall in my house always gonna be a chalkboard. If I got other people living with me, because I had to write messages to I start writing on the cabinets in my last apartment, though I ain't even gonna lie to you. I start writing on the actual cabinets. Wash the dishes. He was like, that looks so tacky. I said, so do dishes sitting in my sink. But moving on. I said, I'll paint them back white when I leave. Baby, it was so much. Don't leave forks in the water. Pick up the trash that you see coming out of the trash. Listen, they'll get home and be like, one of my daughter's friends said, your mama be right, dude. Because you act like you don't see it if I put it on the refrigerator. But you're going to go in this cabinet and you're going to bring a dish and sit it right here. So then I'll put it here in big letters. Petty, but did. I mean, it was an apartment. I could paint the cabinets back white, but I sure did write on the chalkboard. And did. With chalk, did. Take the empty boxes out the cabinet. Ain't about to have me waking up irritated every morning. You hear me? We gonna get this together, all of us. If I gotta be uncomfortable, then, well, we had a phone wall. Yep, right by the light switch. Yep, that's always gonna be the phone wall to me, and I will make that whole thing chalkboard. You gotta come in the kitchen. You gotta pass it. You gonna see it. Chore charts went on there and everything. Let me find an empty box in the cabinet. You better duck. Girl, that is one of my biggest pet peeves, because then I don't think I need to buy it. Then when I go to use it, it ain't. Girl. You said boxes not closed properly or empty boxes in the cabinet. I guess that's all of our pet peeves then. You see, that's what I'm still working on. Is trash, girl. Especially if it's boys. I'm going to be honest, and this could just be a thing. Now, my girls had to take out the trash too, but if there's a boy in my house, my daughters ain't lifting no trash. If there's a man in the house, I do not think that women should have to take the trash out. That is only my view. You see what I'm saying? If there's a male in the house, my son was 7. Boy, you better get that trash out. I just don't think that's something a woman should have to do. Now, if it ain't no woman, if it ain't no man, we all taking the trash out. But if it's a man, I should never have to pick up no trash. Never. That part, we couldn't either. You hear me? I should not ever. So if you have young men, boy, you better get up. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to teach you to cook and all of that too, but your wife should not ever have to. She done made the food and she got to take out the garbage from it, nigga. Get up. Take that trash out. Hurry up. All of that. My grandson and husband do trash. I'm trying to tell you. I don't care. It could be one of my homeboys. Brother, cut any man that used to cut. I would tell my husband's friends, hey, y'all leaving good. Grab that trash, take it outside. You came over here and ate. My daughter's boyfriends or they little guy friends, baby, whoever. I was at my daughter's house and 2 of her guy friends came over for the holiday. Baby, they was in there wiping down cabinets too. You get that and take that out, fold that up. I'm putting everybody to work. You said my husband is my girl. That part. 2 things that was drilled into me: trash and cutting grass. I'm trying to tell you. Cut some grass if you want to. Listen, moving on. Yep. My grandson is 10 and he take out the trash and even do the road. Yeah, to the road, right. Yeah. You ain't picking up no trash. Well, who's supposed to do it? Girl. You know, Cindy. Cut some grass if you want to, boy. I have another one to cut. You hear me? You forgot that other grass over there. Yeah, it's time. You forgot to cut that other grass. Shoot. For real. It's some other line work, sir, you need to be attending to. What you mean? Get out there, muscles is popping all out the place, and it's hot, you sweating, yep. Moving on. Now I know why my grandma always used to ask my granddaddy, did he plan on cutting the grass? They weren't talking about the yard. They was not talking about the yard. Thank you so much, Amazon. I've been had these for a minute. All right, here we go. So are y'all ready for class? Is y'all ready? I'm a country girl, so there are certain things that I grew up seeing that, where most women, they don't find that attractive. I find it very attractive. Hard work is very attractive to me. I'm not saying that you can't work an office job, but if you ain't scared to get dirty, like get on the ground and get under this car, I don't have no problem washing your feet, cleaning your hands. But if you expect to live the princess life, and no, I haven't said yet, Kim. My son is moving out tomorrow, talking about he's still gonna come take my trash out. I said, sure. I would have said, thank you, son. Oh, I love you so much, and I'm so happy you a man of your word, because that's something that mom really needs from you. I really depend on you to do that for me, and I'm just so grateful that you love me enough to do it. It's a way to say it. They just like your little boys when they want to, Mommy, I do it. I open the door for you. Okay, I'm going to keep encouraging it. I ain't about to give you no smart comment. I'm about to say, son, thank you so much, because what would I do without you? Oh, my God, honey, because you know. You hear me? It's a way to say it, girl. You make them want to come over there and do it. Because you going to want me to cook for you. You gonna want mama to do whatever it is that I do that you can count on me, so I need to be able to count on you. Shoot. And can I be honest with you? When my son came to visit and meet my ex-husband, the first thing he said is, this nigga don't take out the trash, Mom. He said, I'll get up and do it. Because he didn't want to overstep his boundaries, because he thought that my ex-husband was just going to get up and take out the trash. And he stayed with me for like 2 months. He came to visit, right? Hey, he came with me to visit, right? Came to visit. Hey, pumpkin. And so my son used to be like, he left the trash in there overnight, or he was going to just go to sleep and leave the trash. I said, He said, I got it, Mom. Don't worry about it. So then he didn't even wait on him to take it out. He just started the whole time he was at my house. He just took out the trash. And so my ex-husband would get up and be like, "Oh shoot, somebody already took it out. You wasn't gonna take it out anyway. You was gonna come down here and make your lunch or do whatever." And he was gonna leave. Sometimes he would do it if he felt good about it. You welcome. Um, Sometimes he would feel good. You know, if he felt good, he would do it. But this is something simple. But you expect a hot home cooked meal every day when you get home. Like, I don't want to cook in there and it's trash falling out the trash, but and you gotta go past the trash to go get in your truck. You know what I mean? So simple things like that, it'd be a no go for me. I'm for real. My 6-year-old brings in groceries and put the food away, opens doors for me and take the trash out and puts in a new bag. Girl, my son, I'm trying to he be at his friend's house. When he spend the night, he get up cleaning up and taking out their trash and whatever else. Like, my brothers would never. My brothers would never. My son. Mm-mm. What you here for then? You too pretty to take out the trash? Listen, honey, I don't know. But then again, the men in my family are different. Most of the men in my family, they not waiting on no woman to take care of them. They not gonna wait on no woman to, you know what I'm saying? They gonna get out and get it. They know how to fix the car. They know how to cook. They know how to comb hair. They know. I mean, these are my uncles, all of them. You know what I'm saying? So the men now are different. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. What's that game called? Sorry. They expect you to work like a dog and jump through all these hoops, and baby, they not gonna do nothing. No, if I'm gonna be doing all this, I might as well be single, boy. You said, Auntie, these men different, baby. They always been here. It's all because it's all. I hate to say it. It's always been a sorry mama that was gonna let her son do whatever he want to because she didn't get that type of man. So she dealt with sorry niggas and she let her son be sorry. And it's some sorry daughters out here too. It's some ain't nothing. I mean, soft as wet tissue, baby. I'm trying to tell you, they don't know how to do nothing. They don't know how to. And then when I try to make a woman feel like she ain't enough, nigga, you don't even know how to do half of the stuff I know how to do. Go away. And it's women like that too. It's women that'll try to make a man, oh, you think what you doing is something and this and that. Girl, you can't even do half of it. That's why you gotta call me every 2 minutes and ask me what to do. Please. You said accurate. I listen. Oh, sure, that don't I already know. I didn't deal with. Listen, I didn't have friends, family members, all kind of folks, and I'd be like, yeah, no. Mm-mm. You want to keep living like you don't know, thinking you having people doing stuff for you. It just make you look inadequate. You cannot be this old and still don't want to learn and expect people to do it for you. That's crazy. I'm not your mama, and I'm not gonna do it. I teach you. I haven't said yet, Steph. So with that, I don't want no parts of it, none whatsoever. And I believe that goes into training up a child in the way that they should go to. Because most times, whatever your parents instill in you, you instill that in your children. Not all of it, but a large portion of it. Yeah. Yep. You said so accurate. I was with a man for 20 years and had to build everything in my house on my own. I'm trying to tell you. Mm-mm. God will send them a woman to teach them, and they still don't want to learn. Honey, all right. And a man, too. My brothers didn't have women and they tried to put them on and baby them heifers wasn't thinking about nothing. They was trying to turn up and do whatever and he trying to turn Her went to her housewife. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, you can do it, but do she want to learn? Do he want to learn? You hear what I'm saying? Everybody had a moments, but when do you get to a point where okay, you didn't did everything? Matter of fact, let's get on the lesson. Come on, cause it's in here. Let's go. Here we go. We going to Ecclesiastes 2. Y'all ready? Ecclesiastes 2. Ecclesiastes 2. And I'm in NIV, y'all. I did not want my kids to be good for nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you, and so I did not spoil them in the way that most people spoil their children. I'm not just trying to say, "Oh, my kids." No, people used to be like, "Dang, no," because life is not like that. And yes, they still got to be kids and have their time, doing that. But you're still gonna. You can be a responsible kid. You can still hell. Think about it. When y'all now that you live more responsibly, don't you have more fun? You have happier times. When you live irresponsibly, you have a good time for a little bit. But when you live responsibly, you have a good time for a long time. Because then you can plan. You see what I'm saying? Then you can plan your fun and you can do more things. But if it's always just on a whim, then what happens to the time in between the fun? You stress. So you can't even really enjoy the fun like you want to because you know when you go home, you're going back into that crazy situation. Instead of just learning to live wisely, right? And then you can actually enjoy the trip or whatever it is that you're going to do. And when you get home, you can still enjoy yourself. It might not be the feeling that you had when you was away or doing whatever you was doing, but you don't have to leave. Hello. You don't have to leave just like fast money, burning a hole in your pocket. Listen here, I'm trying to tell you. You don't get to see it for real. That exact thing. Come ups and all of that kind of stuff. It ain't no come up. It ain't. I'm trying to tell you. It don't do nothing but put a bigger hole in your pocket. That's it, that's all. And some people, they'll live like that their whole life. And wonder why certain things that they try to achieve, they never reach it. And it's because you still paying back stuff from 30 years ago. Because you never stopped drilling a different hole in your land or in your boat or whatever else it is. It's crazy. Anyway, let me see. All right, it says, I said to myself, come now, and I will test you with pleasure to find out what is good. Can you tell me the definition of pleasure? Hey, what's the definition of pleasure, y'all? We in Ecclesiastes 2. Excuse me. Happiness is one definition. Okay. What else we got? A feeling of happy satisfaction or enjoyment. Okay. Anything else? Enjoyment, a state of gratification. Okay. Satisfaction and enjoyment and gratification. So, okay, let's go with satisfaction and gratification. Can you put those down? Just note there. A source of delight or joy. Okay. But we're going to look more towards gratification and satisfaction. Okay? Just kind of put a little circle around those two. Can you do that? Yeah. Huh? You got it? Gratification and satisfaction. Okay. Now, do me a favor. What's the definition of unsatisfied? Not pleased or happy. Pleased or happy with something that has happened or been done. Not pleased or happy with something that has been done. Okay, restless and ungratified. Interesting. Okay. Lacking in fulfillment. Okay. Okay, so if you have a piece of paper, and this is for an exercise later in the day, not right now, I need you to take your piece of paper. Out. I'm gonna use this real quick. Is there anything in here? Yep, nope. I gotta give me some new refills, y'all. I didn't use most of these pens, but they lasted a good 2 years, though. Y'all know how we do. So, before we get finished reading this scripture, real quick, y'all ready? Before we finish reading the chapter, I need you to get you a little graph here. Time and date up in the corner. Y'all know we always got to exercise. Hopefully when y'all be going back to y'all journals or y'all notebooks, these help y'all and help other people. So, satisfied and unsatisfied. Right? Satisfied and unsatisfied. And then at the top, very top right here, pleasures. So pleasures across the top, unsatisfied and satisfied. Pleasures, unsatisfied and satisfied. This is for later, but just set that up right now, okay? Can y'all do that for me? If you're able to, if you're at work or whatever, you're driving, I know you can't cooking, whatever. But if you have a pen and paper, or you can do it on your phone and make a little note, put pleasures at the top right here, and then unsatisfied and satisfied. Okay. Time and date now, don't forget that. Okay, here we go. Because that's going to be important at the end of this. Okay, good job. All right. I said to myself, come now, I will test you with pleasure to find out what is good. But that also proved to be meaningless. What is the definition of meaningless? Empty. Having no meaning or significance. Having no purpose or reason. Empty in purpose. All right, let's just go right on into it. How many of your pleasures have left you feeling like you have no meaning or significance, or left you empty, aimless? You just walking around, futile, ain't fertile, can't produce nothing. Anybody's pleasures produced a meaningless life? What is that? In my hair. All that stuff. I'm like, what is that? Okay. So another word that I want you to write in the corner. No, I don't want to know what it is. Not here. This is for your paper. Nope. This is for your paper. You got your pleasures up there. So that would be what you write on your paper. But I also want you to write meaningless up in the corner. So you got pleasures, and then you have meaningless pleasures. Okay? Now what's going to happen is, at the end, I'm just going to tell y'all, that list is for you to write down the things that, the pleasures that satisfied you and the pleasures that left you feeling unsatisfied and meaningless. That added meaningless things to your life. That's what that list. So all of your actions and all the things that you do and like to do, used to do, whatever, go back and think about what it added to your life. That's what this exercise is for. Because sometimes we long for things that we don't have anymore, or we feel like it was a better time, or if we would have been with this person or lived in this city or stayed at this job, that we would be in a better situation. But sometimes that is our own mind trying to drag us back to a place. But sometimes if you make a list of what that thing produced in your life, you'll be like, oh no, I'm not going back over there. You said, Auntie, what? I didn't do it. I did not do it. This where we at. This where we at, Niecy Pooh. I don't know. I didn't do it. Y'all ready? Y'all here? I feel like folks' minds just started running. Everybody just did a quick to the past and back. You already think about stuff you could write on your list. I can feel the energy. Dad got you in my business. Uh-oh. I feel some folks already thinking. I can feel it. You said, yep, sure do. Okay. You said, girl, I can feel that. When y'all get quiet like that and just kind of like after we drop this little, I can see the water being poured over the dirt. You said, yep, you in my journal entry after last night's class. You said you made me stop and sit down. Uh-oh, Mr. O's. Well, come on in. Let's get to it. I told y'all I read this, then my uncle called and he was talking about it. I'm like, okay, so this is what you want me to read. You said mine's too. Good afternoon, family. Please pray for me. Just lost 2 of my family members. We definitely will, Catherine. Y'all, I'm so sorry to hear that, Pumpkin. Catherine just had 2 of her family members pass, y'all. So if y'all can send a prayer up for her and her family, please. Definitely will. Everybody said they praying, Pumpkin. Everybody said their deepest condolences. Prayers. Yes. Y'all know y'all got communities praying behind y'all too. That God comfort y'all and get y'all together. Okay. Mother and daughter, thank you so much. You're welcome, Pumpkin. God knows. He do. We don't always understand why he do what he do, but it all is going to make sense in a minute. Okay, I got to run to the restroom. So, y'all can start y'all thing a little bit early while I'm gone. While I run to the restroom real quick. Jot down a few things that came to your mind on your list real quick. Can y'all do that? Y'all hear me? So take a couple minutes, and you're not going to finish this today. You might still be adding stuff 2 weeks from now. Okay? But while I run to the restroom, can y'all put some stuff on your list? Just start with whatever came to your mind first. Yeah. I got to go talk to another teacher out in the hallway. So you guys just do your exercise, okay? Nobody get up out of their seats. I don't want anyone yelling because I'm just going to be in the hallway and I can hear you. What do you mean, what am I doing? Now, you know if you coming in, you can go right over to YouTube. Okay. Well, go on over to YouTube and get what you missed, girl. Now, y'all know what to do, Samantha. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Go run back and see what you need to do. Just get on in the last 7 minutes and it'll show you the whole exercise. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. All right. I'm just saying water and whatnot. Okay. All right. Here we go. Y'all ready for the rest or no? I need y'all to look up 2 words for me really quickly. Affection and inordinate affection. And write the definitions down on this same paper. And I'll give y'all time. Inordinate affection and affection. I need y'all to write those two words down for me. And what's the definition real quick? Then y'all can write them down. Please. Excuse me. An inappropriate craving or desire that can distract a person from things above. Mm. Mm. I don't know what Morganite affected me. An unhealthy and obsessive attachment to a person or a thing. Have any of you had an unhealthy or obsessive attachment to a person or a thing? Inordinate. Okay. Thank you. I don't know what that last word means. I'll have to look it up. The mortgage thing or whatever it said. Anybody ever had an inordinate affection? What about affection? What's the definition for that? Oh, that was a typo. Okay. You said church finger. Amber. Uh-oh. Here we go. When we talk about pleasure, and affection is a pleasure, is it not? That manifests through uncontrollable love. See, I feel singled out. You the one said church finger, we letting you out. But girl, everybody back there neck snap. Who neck snap when you read the definition of inordinate affection? What's wrong, auntie? I love you. Here's a kiss for your forehead. It's okay. It's a kiss for you. You said it's eye-opening indeed. Rika said, leave me alone. Look, I'm trying to work here. You in the shop today, Rika? It's Monday. You got class today or you get the... A feeling of liking and caring for someone or something tender, attachment, or fondness. Ew. So affection, listen, is a feeling of liking or caring for someone or something tender, attachment, and you're fond of them. So have you ever had oh, you in the shop, okay. Have you ever had affection for someone that had inordinate affection for you? Yes. Yes. Si, senorita. You need a kiss too, Amber. Auntie got one for you too. Do crab legs count? Yes. You petty? Yes, they do. If they're making you sick. You said, oh man. Uh-oh. You said Amran. That part. That part. Have you ever been obsessed with something that is not good for you? And at first, it was a pleasure. It could be addiction. It could be anything. Your job, getting addicted to money. You said, I'm rocking, girl. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, when I was reading this, then my uncle called me talking about it. I'm like, seriously? Yeah, here we are. Okay. So Solomon said, I'm about to go and understand pleasure. Pleasure is always not physical, is it not? What are the five senses? I need my weighted blanket, baby. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Tell me what the five senses are. I understand. What we got? Smell, touch, sight, hearing, and taste. All right. I need you to take each one of those senses and write down on your paper what pleasure for you comes from that sense. So like if I hear Jodeci, you already know what's up. Pretty Ricky, it's probably about to be a lot of all of that going on. You hear what I'm saying? If I get to my homegirl house and I know she cooking, I can smell it on the way, my body starts to move for that too. I start to salivate and my stomach be like, oh yes, my fingers might get to twiddling. I'm about to eat. Ooh, face get all turned up. You say, I'm at work, child. I'm sorry. Okay? So take a few minutes if you can. And if you can't, go back and do the rewatch. But take a few minutes real quick and write down some of your pleasures that have to do with the five senses. If I smell a nice tall tree that smell like pine oil or something, you know what I'm saying? We need to get into this because a lot of us don't even understand. Sometimes you said, you understand me? Listen here. That'll make my body move too. So this is what I'm saying. So let's go through. Take your time. I don't want this to be girl. And some of them don't even got a hat on cologne on, babe. If you sweating, I'm going to smell your pheromones. So I know it's only going to get better with cologne. But moving on. Uh-oh. 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 So speech and smell get you going. He said, wait a minute. Hold on. Rand JB said, speech and smells gets me going. Okay, write it down. See? You said, my Lord, today. I already know I'm going to be writing tonight. Oh, okay. That's why I said this probably going to go on for a minute. But guess what? Can I tell y'all something? One of the reasons we keep falling into the same traps is because the devil knows us better than we know ourselves. Who remembers in the Testament of Solomon that the demons was telling him how they was going to trick him up to his face, and it happened. I'm with him, a deep voice and a great smell. Lord help me, girl. And don't be chocolate with some pretty white teeth, baby, and a nice lineup. Honey, you can have hair or no hair, baby. Get that face hair together. Ooh, shoot. Help me, Lord. Moving on. See? And what catalogs these things into your mind? Behave. It's hot in here. I know I had to turn the heater down. What catalogs the voice? You said help us on today. What catalogs the voice, the smell, the sight, the taste? What? Where is that logged at? He said, I'm going to just stay in my lane. Come on. Where is it logged at? In your mind. Where does sin start? In your mind, in your memory. Okay, where do demons fight you at? With your thoughts and your memory, in your mind. So we have to understand that at some point in time, demons are connected to inordinate affection. It's all in the muscle memory. Here we go. They know how to play on your senses. You want to know how they know how to play on your senses? Because they were alive in a body at one time. Not the fallen angels, but their children have experienced the same things that you have when they were not disembodied spirits. So they all would already know what senses to play on. You getting me? You said I needed this because I've been fighting with myself lately. Here we go. I'm here listening because I'm coloring this wig, but I was reading the Testament of Solomon this morning. You just all in my house today. The same muscles that's going to be telling on me, girl. Girl! Here we go. Y'all ready to keep on going or y'all need a little break? I know this is a lot ahead. This is like the Iowa Basic Skills Test. And see, think about it. We have all heard this preached in church, have we not? All the pastors run through Ecclesiastics. Or I keep wanting to say Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiastes. Do they not? But this is a little different. Because we can talk about pleasure, we can say it, but what is it? How does it affect me? How does pleasure lead me to inordinate affection, unhealthy situations and connections? So if you have y'all wrote down y'all 5 sentences and wrote down something. You don't got to fill them all in, but you got something by your 5 senses? Yeah. I need all my armor with this class. I said keep your gym bag close. You might not have been here for that part. I said I don't know what gear you're going to need today, but I would just keep my gym bag closed. Just keep it right on the side of you. We ready? Y'all ready to move on or y'all needed a couple minutes or what? We going to be all right? Y'all okay or okay? All right, here we go. He said, but that also proved to be meaningless. And we looked up what meaningless leads to. That's why you got meaningless at the top of your paper. He said, I need a couple minutes. You said you need a minute. Okay, yeah, that part. Let's see, you want to hear something? I had to go get my meds before I teach it because while I'm laying it on your paper, it's laid on mine over here on the thing. I told you God had me read it. And then my uncle, who I was supposed to call last week, hey, good afternoon, last week, but I ended up calling my brother because they had the same name, called me today talking about it. And I had just put my iPad down and was getting ready to get in the tub. Or no, I had just got out of the tub, but I had just got finished reading. Baby, listen. And he called, I said, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to teach. And now here we are. This is the third confirmation or second confirmation, but the third time that God has let me know, no, this is what you were supposed to teach today. I said, well, this is odd. The spirit of lust, greed, and loneliness. The spirits of lust, greed, and loneliness, and pride seem to be amplified right now in all the world. Michael said, yes, you said some heavy hitters. Do y'all see it? I mean, it's crazy. And it's amped up in the last 6 months for sure. We all having a fight to stay right here. What was easy to do a year ago, 2 years ago when we started this, not as easy to do now. There are more spiritual attacks happening now than ever because the beings in the other worlds and in the other dimensions, they know what's going on. They know that there's a time clock. Just like there's a time clock on our side, don't forget that there's a celestial calendar. And if there's a calendar for it, there's a clock. The celestials did not get a calendar. Here we go, right? Until they put themselves into our time. Because Michael don't live in our time. Raphael, Gabriel, they don't live in our time. But the angels that put themselves and they made it with the women and they did all these things interacting with humans and went against God, then there had to be a human clock and a celestial clock. But there are still people that live outside, or beings that live outside of time. They're just eternal. So the demons know that their time is running out. And so then they are working overtime to get people tricked up and enslaved. They don't want to go to hell by themselves. This is why Solomon said, don't pay attention to the things I did at the beginning of my walk. Pay attention to how I messed up at the end. Hello? It's real quiet. I can feel the quietness over there. I don't know if I like it or not. It's really quiet over there. Yes, I was talking about this yesterday. So much going on this earth. Good afternoon, family. Hey, Pumpkin. Hey, baby girl. It's real quiet. Okay, let's go. Goodness gracious. Siri, I know. Right. It's real quiet in this area over here. You said self-reflection time. You said heavy weed listening and thinking. Okay, well, let's get it popping in. He said laughter, I said, is madness. And what does pleasure accomplish? Now, I'm going to let y'all take a few minutes on this one. I need you to write a quick paragraph or a few lines about what your pleasure got you. How you were when you started the pleasure and where you ended. What did you go through? Just write a short little paragraph or something. I ain't rushing you. You can take, I'm going to give y'all 7 minutes. What time is it? 2:39, basically 2:40. So about 2:46 or 2:40. Put that hand down. You said me. Hold on, me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you can do it on the back of that paper because I want you to make your list. So you might flip your paper over and take this 7 minutes to think about what your pleasure accomplished. You said that's my hand to the Lord. Oh, I got you. You said, God, please help me. Help me, Lord. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Lord. Okay. Well, no, just a short synopsis, just a short paragraph. Come on, y'all, just do it. You don't have to go into detail. Just you can pick one situation. It doesn't have to be all of them. Just one situation. You can go back up to your senses little thing there and look and see what you wrote, and that can be the one thing. It doesn't matter, just one little thing. And I'm serious, 7 to 10 minutes I'll give y'all, because I really want you to think this is an exercise you can do with a lot of people, y'all. What we doing today, this can, because a lot of people don't even realize these things about themselves. No, I don't want you to write it here, I want you to write it on your paper. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving y'all 7 minutes to write how you were when your pleasure started, whatever that pleasure is. That could be addiction, it could be whatever. It was fun, it was a turn up, whatever it was. Write what, just a quick little, couple lines, 4, 5 lines. If you write more than 7 minutes, just get started about quickly, you know, what the pleasure was when you started it, and then what you went through while it was your pleasure. If it's still your pleasure, if it's not your pleasure, I want you to write down what you said. There will be more. Exactly, because right now we're just doing our rough draft and getting our ideas together. This is our brainstorm paper. This is how I learn, y'all. And I know it might be weird, but it also gives you a deeper understanding of yourself when you actually sit and think about it like this. Because we can all say, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. But when you get to breaking it down by sense, by your senses, what you hear, think about this. This also, okay. So the inordinate affection. Can I give y'all something with that? Just so you can understand where I'm going with this. How many people fall in love with a verbally abusive person, and they start to believe that the only time that they are happy is when they are with this verbally abusive, or they only feel good about themselves when this verbally abusive person gives them a compliment. Everybody else in the world could give this person a compliment. If they don't get it from this person, they don't think it true. And they only get temporary pleasure when they are with this person, because immediately, this is a narcissistic relationship right here. Is it not? The same person that tells you you're beautiful, they love you, you're handsome, you're a great man or woman, is the same person that can tear you down and make you question your life. And they know the words to say to make you second guess yourself. But for whatever reason, you can't leave this person alone. Is that not an inordinate affection? And it comes from one of your senses, or maybe all of them. The way that they touch you, the way that they look to you, the way that they speak to you, or shut down and feel nothing. Okay. And then it becomes meaningless. It's meaningless on the top of your paper. You start to feel worthless when you deal with a person like that. That's why meaningless is up at the top of your page. Okay, so now y'all see where we going with this? You said I just found out a friend that went through that. His partner told 2 different stories to the family. I'm trying to tell you. All of this is tied into just this small bit. We ain't even got to the third thing yet. The third scripture. This is all in just two verses. It's really freaking quiet. Okay, moving on. We're gonna go on from what. Oh wait, y'all got a few more minutes. I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all got 7 minutes. Let me quit talking so y'all can write. I was wondering why it was quiet. I forgot I gave y'all 7 to 10 minutes to write down your experience. I'm sorry. What was going on? Oh, you gave him a whole. You need to slow down. I can hear my song in my head, so I might as well just play it just a little bit. Because this song is all in my mind. Going through these boxes looking for my neck braces. You can't type that, Jai. Love taps. Love taps, love taps, love taps. Hey, listen. You know you gotta go on back. You can run it back. We've been on about 2 hours, but we doing an exercise now, so you could go back about 30 minutes. It'll break it down for you. Right now, they are writing down what pleasure brought them. Yeah, that's why. Because when we get off, they say that it's abusive talk. You have to, yeah, everything. That's why. That's why we went through that. Yep. Hmm. That's why we've been saying love taps, gentle hugs, tight hugs, stuff like that. This song is. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Y'all can get back to that in a minute. Y'all ready? Is we ready to go? Y'all can get back to that paragraph in a minute. We moving on. Okay, here we go. It says, I tried cheering myself with wine and embracing folly, my mind still guiding me with wisdom. He tried to drink it away and try. Anybody ever just said, I'm about to just forget about it? I'm about to just do whatever. Whether it be alcohol or getting out here in the dating world and just trying everything you want to, but something in your mind kept telling you this ain't it either. Okay, now look at this. What is alcohol? What does alcohol do? What's the first thing? Circa, have you heard the song? Yep, I have. I was listening to it earlier today, but this is in my spirit just right now. I listened to that this morning too. It's on the list, girl. A couple other ones too. Not of his. It numbs your senses. Come on, Rika Bika. It dulls your senses. Can you please write that down? He said, even though I tried to use wine to dull my senses, what I knew wouldn't let me stay right there. He said I turned all the way up and was talking crazy, but even when I was tipsy, my wisdom didn't go nowhere. So that was pointless. Remember I used to tell y'all, I told y'all I used to go to the club because I'm trying to let loose. And I don't want to be this. I'm trying to just be CERCA and put on my hot girl dress and go out. And I end up having a Dr. Phil situation in the club and I ain't been out in 3-4 years. Go to the strip club with my homegirl. Go outside to, get my mind right. And while I'm out there, start talking to one person. By the time I knew it, it's been 2 hours and I'm out here with 13 men around me telling me about how they was abused as children. So what good is it gonna do for me to go get tipsy? I'm just not gonna it gonna end because I'm gonna have to work either way. It's not fun for me. I don't get to let loose when I go into places like that because that's where all the people that need help is. So now I'm standing out like a light, and they just have to come and stand by the bathroom and start telling me their whole life. Like, no. That's like a doctor running into a place where he know he the only doctor on 10 floors. That's what the club represents to me. All the sick people that need a doctor. And so I steer clear of those places. The call is stronger than the alcohol. I'm trying to tell you, like, how did I end up here? I came in here to tea you. This is not what I came in here for. I don't do it because it's work. For what? Mm-mm. Nope. And I can only imagine how Jesus felt. Because when a person starts to drink, like they said, a drunk man speaks a sober man's mind. So think about it. Jesus was always around people that was getting towed back. You tell people stuff when you're drinking that you would never tell them if you hadn't been drinking. You do things when you're drinking that you would have never done if you weren't drinking. Because it dulls the senses. So we go right back up to senses. Senses, that's why Jesus didn't go hang with the well. He went to the sick, where the sick people were. He sure did. But I am not the Lord. I mean, he brought me to the worldwide internet. It was a lot of y'all that had a sickness when you came up here. Some of them been healed. I said, oh God, the emergency room is full. Excuse me. I ain't even finished my what you call it? What you call the end part? The residency. Yeah, he said, don't worry about it. We already know you got it. You just gone on out there. Start over here. That part, Rika. I hadn't even finished my residency. I was still in my, and he just throwed me out here. And so I'm learning on the job. How many of y'all done got rid of some sin sickness since you've been here? Maybe not all, but there's some things that have been plaguing your mind, body, and spirit before you got here. And now, not that all and everything is gone, but you ain't as sick as you used to be. You said, I just said this yesterday. Uh-oh. So there is a lot of chronic illnesses, sin illnesses that you had for years that God healed them. He gave you some medicine called the Word. But think about that. God always equates sin to sickness a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And so then he says the Word can heal you from your sin sickness and your physical sickness, but also your sin sickness. The same way that if a doctor is going to operate on you, they bring saline solution to do what? What do they bring saline solution to do? To cleanse, to sterilize, right? Mm-hmm. Right? So that whatever flush a cut, right? So that it can start to heal, right? Mm-hmm. That part, right? Yes or no? Do you realize that's what the baptism brings to? When you got baptized, it was just to clean all the cuts out. It was to flush the wounds so that they could start to heal, but healing takes time. Does it not? You walked around with them wounds from childhood. Oh! If you go get surgery, you're not. Pops done answered you. Uh-oh. Why was I just thinking about that? Rika, you know, I just saw a lady baptizing in the pool. And I said, God, you don't got to put it in my face like that. And they was in the backyard somewhere in a swimming pool. Just gonna be in my business. Look at me about to peel all the stuff off the thing. Ugh. My fidget spinner girl. Cause I'm about to peel this whole thing off. You hear me? Oh, Jesus. I just seen to let it. Just petty. Stay in my business. Move it on. Yes, he said something just yesterday. You didn't make me lose my place on my iPad. You didn't make me lose my place on my iPad. I'm telling Daddy on you. Leave me alone. I heard him the first time. He didn't tell you come down here and tell me nothing. I heard him already. I heard him already. You know how when the other kids say, Mama called you, I heard her already. I heard her. That's how you making me feel right now. He already told me. You said I'm trying to be in the number. Man, you didn't have to say nothing. I heard him when he said it the first time. You know, just because I'm able to help you all push your boundaries doesn't mean that you're supposed to help me push mine. You said I heard the big eye roll. Oh, you hear me? I am here to help you push your boundaries. You're not supposed to be. You said from the back, I'm ready to listen. Oh, girl, if I could get to you, I'll pinch you real hard right now. Oh, okay. So, you all are going to have... Yes, I know that. We're moving on. We'll come back to this subject later. Matter of fact, give me a minute. Now I need a minute. It's something he literally put in my mind yesterday. I want y'all to stay on my business. I want y'all to stay on my my business. I'll be back. I gotta talk to another teacher. One moment. And don't get in my desk and look at the notes. Seeing as how you guys already have the answers. You know what? We're gonna have to do that on Zoom. We're gonna have to do it on Zoom. You all are gonna have to find somebody that is a believer. You hear me? You're gonna have to find somebody that's a believer, a true believer, and we'll do it over Zoom. Hopefully that person will be willing to go on a fast with you, and we'll set a date for sometime next month. So that give you about 3 weeks. Let's look around the 21st or something. 15th, between the 15th and the 21st. Probably closer to the 21st. Okay? And you're going to have to find a place. I love you too. I'm going to pinch you when I see you. If I ever get to see you in person, cover the back of your arms. I'll let y'all know. Between 1 and 3 days, whatever God put in your heart to do. Because you might not be able to get somebody to go with you 3 days. So just one. You can fast 3 if you want, 1 or 2 or 3. But if that person will fast at least just 1 day with you, and you know they're gonna do it, because hopefully it's the person that you're gonna ask to go to put you under the water. Okay. Let's get through this and then we'll run through something else. It's looking like it's gonna be a long day today. Got it. Can we get through this and then we'll get to that? Girl, you better protect your fat meat on the back of your arms. If you can see my little pinchers going like this, look, they like this. I can feel myself pinching you right. God gave me this because it feel like skin. Sometimes when I be wanting to pinch y'all, I pinch this. That's when y'all see me doing like this. These pinch fingers is strong. And they get the attention of all kinds of people. Girl, the twist. Do you hear me talking about? Y'all didn't see me. Listen, y'all see me doing like this. That's me finding the right space. When y'all see me doing like this, that's because I want to. I be wanting it. I'm trying to tell you. I be circling around right under here like this. And then boom. I gotta find the softest spot under here. And it's normally about right here is the softest spot. Sometimes this, but this gets sunlight. This really don't get that much sunlight right here. So that means it's gonna be a lot more tender right there. That's what that means, right about right here. About right in this area. And slide your hand. You said I can already feel a good job. Since I can feel them now. Mm-hmm. It's a science to the art of pinching people. It is a science to it. All right, let's get going. Mm-hmm. Here we go. So he says, I wanted to see what was good for people to do under the heavens during the few days of their life. Here we go. Make a list of things that you feel like you thought or think now that are good. And don't be trying to act all sanctified. You know what was good fun for you back in the day. Especially when you had it and it came easy and money was good and you thought you was popping and all of that. What was good to you then? So write good then. Make you another little list. Good then. Oh! You said start an IV. Oh! What was good then? And then on the other side, what you feel like is good now. And be honest. There's some men and women in here that felt like 5 girlfriends was good to have back in the day, but now they know I can only really handle one. You said I can only really handle one. That's it. That's all. You hear me? On your list. On your list. On your list. On your list. What did you feel was good and fun and gave you pleasure back then? And what gives you pleasure or do you see is good now? I'll give you a few minutes. A few is in about 5. It's 3:08, so yeah. And the reason we stopping and taking these breaks, y'all, because I know we be moving through class really fast, but this is something I really want you to think about. I want you to have some deep thought. Hopefully this does you know, make you want to go in general about certain things, because sometimes we really don't put deep thought into how did I get into this situation. Well, your senses had a lot to do with it. Matter of fact, that's the only reason you got into whatever it was because of your senses. It was either taste, smell, touch, speech, or sight. So you'll need to understand that, so that you going forward understand what some people always talking about triggers, but people don't even really know. They know triggers for if a person make them feel a way, but not triggers that keep their soul bound. And put a note in there for me, please. On your thing. Testing on this paper, either one that we're writing on, just write Testament of Reuben at the top. Because that's part of this as well. Your homework, what we're doing right here. And what this with this Ecclesiastes, and then with your exercise. So it's three parts. It's this Ecclesiastes that we read in. It's also the Testament of Reuben, and then your paper. Okay, so your exercise, Ecclesiastes, and the Testament of Reuben is all gonna be part of this exercise. Okay, but you'll go to the Testament of Reuben after we're done here. Okay. Y'all got me? Okay. So y'all still got a few minutes. Be quiet. Yeah. Excuse me. You should still be writing your list about what was good then and what's good now to you. It's gonna be coffee time in a minute. Good afternoon. Y'all need some more minutes. And don't feel rushed if you do, yes. Because I want you to get this out while we in a moment. You can always go back and add more later once you go back and start thinking over things. But these are just like when we used to do our brainstorming charts and we put something in the middle and we just start drawing the little webs off of it. And then more things come off of that. This is kind of what we're going for, but it's just in a different order. Y'all still need more time, or y'all ready to go to the next thing? Okay. It says, I undertook great projects. Any of y'all did that? You started some stuff and it was a lot. Maybe you didn't even know what all came with that project. Uh, Ever had a relationship, whether it be friendship or whatever, that cost you too much? You thought you could fix it, and by the end of it, you upside down in emotions instead of materials. You got just a half built building there. But have there been times when you have started a project and you could stand back with your arms folded and say, I did a really good job. I worked hard on this and I accomplished it, and I feel good about it. Might be your house, might be, you know, school, whatever. Yeah. All right. It says, I built houses for myself and planted vineyards. I made gardens and parks and planted all kinds of fruit trees in them. I made reservoirs to water groves of flourishing trees. I bought male and female slaves and had other slaves who were born in my house. I also owned more herds and flocks than anyone in Jerusalem before me. Two things. He said, I worked hard to make my life look the way I wanted it to look. Did y'all hear him say that? I worked hard to make my life look the way I wanted it to look. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. If I wanted that, I created that. If I wanted that, I worked hard to go get it. He said, I took on projects, and when I accomplished them, I had everything that I wanted. Y'all heard that? Anybody in here ever felt like that? That I worked hard for everything I got, and excuse me, and my life looked the way I wanted to look. And it might not look like that now, but have you ever had a point in your life where you felt like everything that you worked for, you accomplished that? And it could just be for that moment. It could be a short-term goal. It don't have to be no long-term, all this money. It could be whatever that one thing was that you set out to accomplish, you did it. Yeah. Okay. I just want to see. I acquired male singer. Oh, I'm sorry. I amassed silver and gold for myself, and the treasure of kings and provinces. I acquired male and female singers and a harem. So he had a script club. And a massage parlor. And fun parks. And flower gardens. And he had a theater where he put on plays. He said, I acquired male and female singers, boom, entertainers, and a harem. We all know what a harem is. It says, as well, the delights of a man's heart. Do we got any men in here? Anybody a man? I'm only talking to the men, not wombed men, but men. Is there any men in here? Raise your hand if you a man. I got some questions for you. Oh, yeah, he was doing it big. That's what I'm telling you. Like, okay. All right, we got one. Any more? You might have to be the one, nephew. Any more men in here? No? You the only one, nephew? Dang. Oh, Mr. O's. Okay. 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 Y'all ready to be honest? Okay, Michael, come on. All right, there we go. Here we go. Can y'all please tell us, other than the obvious one, because that's already been stated, harem, what are the delights of men? Okay, come on, bro. What are the delights of men? Other than the honey garden, we know about that. But other than that, what are the delights of a man's heart? Solomon said here, he had the harem, he had the club, he had the beautiful gardens, he built hotels, he did all of these things. What are what it say right here? The delights of a man's heart. Can y'all companionship? Okay. What else? Because only a man can answer this. Hubby said being respected. Okay. Okay. What else? Love and self-love. Okay. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Let me see if that's about right. Give me 1 second. Okay. Hold on. Just want to make sure I'm getting this right. Hold on. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Nah, I ain't out here looking for nothing but love and some peace. Niggas just want to be acknowledged. Yeah, that's all I'm out here looking for, bro. This how y'all talk to your homeboys? For real. I said the desire, the thank you, nephew. Ah, yeah, bro. I'm out here trying to get this bread, nigga. Yeah, 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 yeah. You already know it. I'm on copy too. That's the delights of your heart. Did you see her though, bro? I'm about to go on and snag that little cologne because I already know. That's the delight of your heart. Yeah, they playing. They playing. Power. Okay. 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 Come on. This stop. If I call my brother, that ain't the delights of his heart. He about to go get him some Mopar parts to put on his car. He about to probably go out here and buy a nice truck with all the bells and whistles on it. Pop out with some new J's on. Okay, the delights of your... Okay. What is a delight? Because they playing. We searching. We digging deep. Tell me the definition of the delights. What is a delight? Talking about some love and respect. Stop it. That is not what y'all think about when y'all think about delights. That ain't it. I was raised in a house full of boys. I know that's not what y'all think about. You can tell somebody else that craziness. Let's go. What's the definition of delights? To please someone greatly. Thank you. Thank you. What pleases you? Like, can we say that other than the honey pot? What pleases you? Thank you. Because they here playing. The cause of source of great pleasure. What gives you great pleasure? Barbecuing. What is a pleasure? Come on, see. This is why we got to look up definitions, because y'all be trying to give me surface answers, and I don't like that. Thank you. Nice things. Come on. Right. Cooking. Okay. Come on. Displays of control and power. Thank you, really ain't social. Thank you. This is not a surface class. This is a dig deep and find the good in the ugly class. So you can leave those surface answers at the church. The ability to care, to take care of family. Okay. Status, bills paid. Okay. A good meal with some dessert. Patty, are you a gentleman? Because only gentlemen is supposed to be answering these questions. You said a PS5. No, only men. Men. Stop it. Only men should be answering these questions. We talking, it said the man. Okay, so then your answer don't count. Cookies and milk, I mean snacks. Oh, okay. Understanding and sympathy. Okay. Okay. Okay, now watch this. Now, see, I'm about to. Come on, girls. It's y'all time. What things do women delight in? Boys, let us show y'all how this is done. Go ahead. Go ahead, ladies. Show them how it's done, ladies. What are your delights? Because I sure got a list of mine, honey. Sure do. I delight in a man that knows his way around the kitchen, honey. And a female body, do. I delight in a man that know how to cut the grass. I delight in a man that knows how to fix. That is one of my delights. To know how to fix a car, honey. Shopping, money, and good smell. Oh, okay. Husband said all the other stuff leads to getting the garden, so that's all that matters. I'm done. No, good answer, bro. Good answer. Good answer. Let's see if it's on the board. Ding, it is. Bro hit it right up. He said, I'm going to do all that other stuff. Because that leading to be able to cut the real grass. And that's all that matters. Thank you for being honest. It's on the board. 100 people said. 100 men said. Yeah. Yeah. Physical touch and intimacy. A man that know how to give good hugs. Come on. Character, personality, cooking. Okay. You see how this works? A man that can communicate and understand. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Right. Excuse me. He might be a little busy. That part. Hello. Yeah, I'm sorry to bother you. Excuse me. I think this lesson is going to be a little bit more difficult than you told me it would. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. So, so which way do you want me to go with it? Because, right. Okay. I got it. All right. Well, thank you. Okay. I just kind of got, yeah. Okay. Thanks. All right. So, the next section on your paper is what does delight mean to me? Delight is when it make you wiggle your toes and you be so excited and you can't believe it's happening. Delight is it make your stomach move when you just think about it. It makes you walk on your toes and kind of smile when that person or that thing or whatever it is not even in your presence. Okay. I delight in fruit and cream cheese. That's one of my delights. Another delight is sitting outside and watching the sunrise. It brings me so much, I don't even know what it is. Okay? I really want y'all to look into delight Because God tells us to delight ourselves in the Lord, does he not? So that's the word I want you to really dig into is delight. Because can I be honest with y'all? A lot of the things that you described are kind of like things that you feel like you deserve and not a delight. Like some people delight in going out to get ice cream on the weekends, and that's their thing. They like to try new types of ice cream, or they delight in building, and so they're constantly looking at new, wood. And they like, I delight in my books, so I like to touch them, I like to smell them, I like to feel the paper, I like to look at the binding, I like to check all of those different things out. The inside of the book, I can't think what it's called there, the cover page or whatever, I like to see what's on that. Right. So, respect, love, this and that, those are things that we feel like we deserve. But to delight in something means it just brings you so much, just, you be like, oh my goodness. Right? If somebody makes your favorite pie or cake or dinner or breakfast and they don't tell you about it, you are delighted to eat that, and it's delightful, the taste of it, the smell, the feel, the texture, all of those different things have to do with delight, which takes you back to your sin. Right, you delight in cologne shopping for both myself and meals. Okay. I delight in the clear. Okay, so you get what I'm saying? You see where I'm trying to go here with that? It's something that if you could do it every day, you would just, that would be your dream thing to experience, and this and that. Okay? Y'all get me? So this is an even deeper thing to find out. Right. So, question on your paper. What things make me feel delightful? Right. That's what you've been doing the whole time you've been here. Cuz sometimes we can get angry at people because they don't feel like they we don't feel like they understand us. Do you realize that most times it's just we don't understand ourselves? We don't even really know what we like, but we expect somebody else to. You should know me by now. You don't even know what you like. It would be easy for me to give you what you delight in if you even knew what you like, but you're so indecisive, it's hard to see. Once I know what you delight in, oh, I'll take care of it. But you have to know that you even like it. And that it's not a trend or a fad that you're just doing it because everybody else or whatever else. Do you really even enjoy it? When I'm in a relationship, I delight, not every day, but like at the end of the week or on one of the nights that's been stressful, definitely like sitting in a hot tub with my spouse, just talking. It's something that calms me. It's something that is not, I mean, it could go the other way, but I would rather it not. We could read to each other. We could just sit in here and look at each other in the face, or, chest to chest. I can feel you breathing, I'm breathing, and we are just existing. That's something that I delight in. It don't cost no money. We ain't even got to leave the house to do it. And it don't have to lead to the garden or cutting the grass. But just that time to exist with you and to listen to each other breathe. You see what I'm saying? The water is running, so physical touch, right? It's steamy in there 9 times out of 10 because both of y'all body heat plus the water. It's a cleansing process. We can decompress from our day. You hear me? So there are things that we don't take time to think about that are delightful to us. And I think we just get in the, because when God says delight yourself in him, well, what do you find delightful? So you would have to know your carnal stuff so that you can understand how that relates to your spiritual things. Solomon didn't hold back nothing. He did everything he wanted to do. He tasted all the food. He smelled all the perfume. He in cologne. He ate all the different kind of exotic fruits. He traveled all around the world. He spared no expense to find delight and pleasure. This is why he had a woman, because they said, oh, all women are different. Oh, okay. I'm about to find out. Let me get one from every area code. Booms. Y'all going on now. Here's the decree. I need to be from every. He said, here's the decree. Send me one of your daughters. Send this out to all the provinces here. He said, I'm about to find out. So he's saying, I went through all of this. It's not a dessert I haven't tasted or a woman. I done seen every kind of peacock, every kind of bird, every kind of ant, every kind of camel, horse, dog, lion. I done seen them all. I smelled all of the most fragrant, plants that you can smell. And, this is what this means. You hear me? You get where I'm coming from now? There were things that you delighted in, and you would be so giddy before you got ready to go and do whatever it was, even if it was sin. No or yes? Who used to get excited about going to the club? Now, I'm not saying it's a sin to go to the club, but after drinking, you might end up in sin because you went to the club, right? You said free before 10:30. You delighted in the music. You delighted in the eyesight stuff, all of the eye candy that was in there. You delighted in the dancing. You delighted in the outfits. You delighted in the atmosphere. You delighted. So you understand what I'm saying? You didn't go there because you like being around dreadful people. You was a DJ in the club, so you already know what I'm saying. You delighted in the energy. You delighted in whatever it was. You said delighted in going to salsa, dance, socials, and fest. Exactly. So again, men and women, find out what you are delighted in. Like me, take me to a bookstore. Baby, listen. I'll be in there for hours and you just let me run through there. And you ain't tripping about how long we in here. You just sitting over there on your phone or whatever you're doing and you just cool. You come check on me and let me go. Baby, listen. Do you hear me? You don't leave me in there by myself. But you just here because I'm here. You okay being here. We just in here. Do you hear what I mean? Fine, and I'll tell you this. When sometimes when people find out that you know what you like, they will try to. You say, "Oh yes, a bookstore. I can scan for the hour." I'm trying to tell you, I do it in the Goodwill too. I delight in the Goodwill as well. I'm recovering from now being delighted with home decor. Exactly, exactly. So it don't matter. Yeah, either one. So with that, sometimes, excuse me, my allergies, y'all know how this is going with all of this stuff in the ear. Um, Sometimes we don't like we read it, but we don't really like figure out how that applies to our life. Because a lot of our delights got us in trouble. Not all, but a lot of them. Right? Us delighting ourselves in whatever it was. This is just like when God used to tell them to have a festival, and now they gone, they partying for 2 months instead of 3 weeks. He gave them a 2 week festival, and they didn't took it on past that day. Okay, so now this is not delight. Now you clowning. You see what I'm saying? Y'all get me? Okay. All right. Next section. What did going after your delights get you? What did only going after what you wanted get you? And don't type it here. Put it on your paper. Please. We did what your pleasures got you. Now, what did going after only what you wanted get you? Well, right. Thank you, Mr. Zion. Write that down on your on your paper. So we did pleasure. Now we doing delights. Okay. If it got you good, it got you good. If it got you crazy, write that down as well. Because this is only a negative. It's always going to be both sides of it whenever we do this. Okay. But this is something that I want y'all to really think about, because when we say we delight ourselves in the Lord, what does that mean? But you have to understand what your delights are for you to even really get down and into that scripture. Y'all got me? I'll be back, y'all. And yes, it's okay. I drink a lot. A whole lot. I'll be right back. Water and coffee, that is. Okay. Somebody told me the other day I was dehydrating myself, and when I say I was tickled about that, because guess what? Um, it's the truth. Skin was drying out and everything. I said, yeah, I'm literally solely there because I got the fan on, the heater on, the blow dryer on, and then the little mist thing going. I was dehydrating my own self. Literally. Like some potatoes. Crazy. Y'all right over there? Everybody okay? Yeah? Y'all doing all right? I know this is a lot, but this is just gonna be you can look at it like your syllabus for another part of understanding you as a person. And sometimes we just read this and we know what it means, but when you really sit down and you take these words and you apply it to you, It helps you understand you a lot more. And I pray that when we do these exercises, y'all see that. It ain't, hopefully, we do a lot more of pointing the finger at ourselves than we do other people. But also, you can't tell a person to, like, you, I'm going to teach a person how to love me. You got to teach you how to love you first. You have to love you first to even be able to teach anybody. So you'll tell a person, you don't ever do nothing I like. Do you even know what you like? Because every time they ask you to go do something, I don't want to do that. I ain't never did that before. I ain't want to eat that. I ain't never. Okay, well then, you ain't even open to no new experiences. You hear me? You're not even open. So then how can you get something new or get a different outcome if you won't even look into nothing else? You just gonna keep complaining about what you haven't experienced or what you don't want instead of talking about what you do. Can I ask y'all a question? Y'all remember when we first came here and I said pick something that you've never done before and go do it. It don't gotta cost a lot of money. It could be a pottery class, starting a garden, learning how to make bread or butter, whatever it is. Pick one thing and do it. Did any of y'all do that? Something you never did before? Okay. Has that led to you starting more things that you never did before? So you didn't just stop at that one thing. You've continued. Okay, well, I learned how to do this. Now I'm going to learn how to do that. Or I never did this before, so I'm going to go do this. Your life feel more fulfilled now that you're just not sitting back talking about what's not happening. You are actively making sure that you have different experiences in your life. So you found other things besides what the world says is delightful to delight yourself in. You got out of your bubble. Come on. There are other things now that are delightful to you. You said homemade bread is so much better. It sure is. Right? You're not just sitting back like what you lost or what, you're just actively learning new things, different things to delight yourself in. Okay, so if we look at this, thank you, from a spiritual point of view, what other areas of God have you tried to delight yourself in besides just talking to him about being your provider? What other things have you asked God about himself to show you so that you can delight more in spending time with him? A lot of what we do here, looking at geography and old buildings and the landscapes of other people, other countries, do y'all know one of the main reasons we do that? Who wants to know if you don't already? About to show you something. Mm-hmm. Who knows this book? Y'all ever seen this book over here? Anybody ever seen this book? It's heavy too. Y'all seen this book? Okay. Show you something. Ooh. You have Isabel. I show this book all the time in here. Y'all have seen this book before. Y'all have. You just don't remember. Is that not beautiful to you? Breathtaking? This is called The Earth from the Air. Y'all have seen this book. I pulled it out a gazillion times. Okay. What about this? Y'all realize this is seeing the world from God's view? What about that? Ooh, these books is heavy. Y'all know this is a land mass, right? Y'all realize this is a land mass in Asia somewhere? How different he made us all. Rice fields. Thank you. What about this? Now, these are man-made structures. But when you start to go through the world, does this make you want to know more about God? When you see stuff like this, you see how small the horses is compared to that building, right? The cows. This make you want to ask him more questions, right? And understand why he made all the different. You want to delight yourself in. Look at this. You know them as people walking up a mountain. Well, why you make this mountain without trees and make the other ones with trees? This is part of delighting yourself in the Lord. Looking at all of the beautiful things that he made and the beautiful fruits and vegetables. And when you don't take advantage of them, then what did he put them here for? You think he just made different landscapes for nothing? The landscapes, the fruit, the waters, the beautiful seas, and all of that is part of his majesty. You don't think he would want you to look into that? He said, I put this stuff here for y'all. It's like you putting a plate down on your kids' table. You done cook the food, had the house smelling good. They keep talking about they hungry. You put the plate down and they walk right past and say, act like they don't see it. I done did all this work and you ain't even gonna acknowledge that I did all this work. I gave you something, your favorite meal, and you ain't even gonna acknowledge that I took all this work to make your favorite food for you? How would you feel? Or ask them, ooh, not a shame. Ask for some McDonald's and make you want to give them a real tight hug, a little love tap. You said we get caught up in surviving, and you ain't gotta leave your area to see it. Oh, we can't type that. It gotta be real sweet and nice because they trying to get rid of us, so we can't talk like that no more. It's a real nice love tap or a real tight hug or a kiss on the forehead. hmm That's how we got to say it now because they said we're an abusive community. Because y'all be talking about I be beating up on y'all. And then y'all type a lot of stuff that is considered like assault. So we gotta learn a new way to talk. A loving kiss in the left cheek. Right. Yes, he does. But do you see what I'm saying? We really don't delight ourselves in the Lord. Oh, I'm reading the word and this and that. But what about the other amazing things he made for us? Do you ever just walk through your neighborhood or go to the park and really take time to stop at each and every tree and look at how different the leaves are? Maybe take a picture. Because that's not just here for us to drive by it. It's here for us to enjoy. That's right. Delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. Exactly. And delighting yourself is not just the laws and the rules. Sometimes it's trying a new fruit that he thought about and knew you would like or not like. He put everything that you see on earth and don't see, even the things that are still hidden in the ground and in caves. Even if you go to a crystal cave, you realize he knew that was going to form there. So when you go in there and you take the kids and they're looking at all of these walls that are crystal and how the crystals have formed differently and how they take that and turn it into a lamp or even glass blowing or anything, the fact that you take dirt and water and make clay and that makes some of the most beautiful and expensive things on the planet, learning the process of that is getting to know God more, because is that not what he did with us? He said we are his most prized possession, his most prized part of creation. And he made us out of water and dirt and molded us into clay. And then we became very expensive to him, so much that it cost him his son. And you said working with it is so relaxing. So you hear me? Even in learning the process of being a potter and molding clay, you understand the work it goes into it and the time and technique that it takes to make something that other people also enjoy. That is you understanding how God thought about us. It'll make you cry. Something so simple as pottery. But when you understand that different clays have to be fired at different temperatures, and some of them you can't have too much moisture, and some of them you have to have way more moisture than the other because it's a thicker clay or whatever else it is, and the temperature in the room has to be right, and you can't spin it too fast, or you have to spin it super fast, or whatever, put more pressure on it because it's a tougher type of material. All of those things play a part in you. Hold on one second, y'all. Hello. Yeah, this is her. Oh, y'all. Listen to God when he tell you something. Y'all niece went to Atlanta. And before she went, I said, you need to anoint that car. Yesterday, I told her, well, Saturday, I said, I need to anoint that car. I kept having a feeling that she was going to get into an accident or something. She got 10 minutes from her house back from the trip, and her whole tire rolled off the car, lug nuts broken, everything. And I had told her to anoint the tires before she left. Isn't that crazy? I'm grateful God let her get home. They were still on the highway, but they were only like 10 minutes away from her house. But the whole tire, lug nuts, everything flew off. Police had to come. It was real crazy. And I just like, yes, honey. And you know what's so crazy? I'm going to say this too. Remember last year, I kept having a feeling about a car accident. And then my car, it was like it was on my grandson's birthday. Remember my car, I could have got into a collision, but 5 days before that, remember I kept telling y'all I kept having a feeling about a car accident, and my daughter got into a car accident, and she could have passed away, my other daughter. So look at the devil bringing the same thing back around the same time of year, just a different person. And I didn't let it go out of my mind to not tell her to go ahead. I didn't care if I said y'all need to pray and y'all need to whatever. But look how the devil, you see how he it's same week. My other daughter was the 24th or the 25th. Mine was on the 30th last year. This year is her on the 28th, 29th. Same thing happened to my son. The tire came off while driving, ripped off the front bumper and side panel. Yep. Thank God they wasn't stuck in the middle of from Georgia to Indy. Yeah. Yeah, no, you just need to anoint your car. I'm saying something good. God warned me that there was going to be a problem with my daughter's car. And it was. And I'm grateful because I could have just ignored it and not paid no attention to it. And it could have been a different story today. I'm telling you that God will warn you about that. It didn't happen on the way down there. It happened on the way back, but I felt it on the way down there. And then I also thought about what time of year it is. And last year, it was me and my other daughter. But my other daughter got into a bad car accident, and I could have had a bad, all in the same week, and it's the same week now, and here we go. So, yeah, God be warning us. Yeah. Yeah, it's a real thing. Happened to me trying to go to graduation. Thank God I anointed it. We made it to my driveway. Come on. God be trying to warn us, and I ain't gonna worry. I don't want to think like that. And God be telling you what's up, and you won't listen, and then you sitting on the side of the highway mad and cussing, or not in an even worse situation. God know when He be unctioning you to do certain stuff, what it stands for, y'all. Okay. So let's get through here because I'm about to go eat. I made me some chicken last night. It was so good. Oh my goodness. It made me happy. Here we go. He said, I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. Are eyes a part of your senses? He said he didn't deny himself nothing. Whatever he wanted to do, touch, smell, taste, whatever, he was going to do it. Have you ever been in a state like that in your life? Where nothing was off limits, and if you felt it at the moment, whatever it was, you was going to do it. That part. Anybody? If I want it, I'm going to get it, baby. I don't care. I know I done been into. He said, whatever I saw, if I wanted it, I got it. And mind you, he was a king, so who was going to tell him no? He was a king. Wasn't nobody going to say, no, king, I'm not going to do that. Whatever he wanted and he saw, he partook in it. We have all been there. in one form or another. He said, my heart, I refuse my heart, no pleasure. Anybody ever had a time like that? Yes, 2 hands. Did. Did. Girl, I will see y'all later. Girl, ain't nobody thinking about you, ain't. But this ain't about you. You ain't no part of this equation, so I don't even know why you thought your opinion was gonna matter, babe, because I'll go see y'all later. I got something to do. I'm gonna tell the truth. Moving on. My heart took delight in all my labor, and this was the reward for all my toil. You look around, you say, God, thank you. Or maybe you don't say thank you. You say, I worked hard. When you go in your kitchen and you see your nice silverware and all that stuff in there, and you look at your bedroom suit and, like you said, home decor, and you go in your backyard and it's all fixed up. You said, I worked hard for this stuff. I want my stuff to look nice. Right. Thank you. Right? Go in your kids' rooms, and whether they dirty or not, when you first finished it, after decorating it, after all your toy, you was like, oh, they mama, yo, daddy, it looks so nice. Oh my God, look at my TV. It made you smile, did it not? You might have been working on buying that room stuff for 6 months, finding all the pieces, getting the TV, getting the little desk thing in there. And once it was all complete, it made you feel good, did it not? Yeah. No? Okay. It says, yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done and what I toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless and chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun. Everything that you've accumulated in your life, do it mean anything for real? Can it stop you from dying? Everything that you worked hard to achieve and all of your accolades, school, this and that, can it stop you from leaving this earth? So in our reality, it's nice, but it really don't mean nothing. Your nice couch, your nice car, your schooling, your bank account, all of it can't stop you from leaving here. So you worked all that time to die with nothing, do you not? You treated people badly, you hustled, you stole, whatever it was, however you toiled to get what you view as success. How many stars do we see that get to the top and say, if I could go back to my regular life, I would? You think everything I got is amazing, but that's true, Michael. So do you feel like, God forbid, you get sick? What good is a big house gonna do? What good is your cars gonna do? 10 cars with all this money and this and that if they can't find a cure for your disease? Will any of those things, will your big beautiful bed mean anything when you can't even lay in it? You gotta be in a hospital bed? Would you having a better body than your neighbor bring you anything if you can't even get up to put on no clothes to show it off? Oh, I paid a lot of money for my body, honey. What happens if you get sick? All the money that you paid to get your body the way it looks, and now you're sick. What was it for? God forbid if the Great Depression comes again, but we already know it is. I just have to say that for entertainment purposes only. Say you spend $100,000 on college, but now your part of your industry is shut down completely. What was it for? Then I turned my thoughts to consider wisdom and also madness and folly. What more can the king's successor do than what he has already done? Got a friend. You said had a friend go through that, got her body done, and the body, and then had to have emergency surgery. Okay. It says, I saw that wisdom is better than folly, as a light is better than darkness. The wise have eyes in their heads, and the fool walks in the darkness. But I came to realize that the same fate overtakes them both. What is that? Okay, death. So it don't matter if you live wise or foolishly, you still gonna die. It don't matter if you poor or rich, you still gonna die. The same thing that's gonna happen to me is gonna happen to you. Whether you were stupid dumb rich or stupid dumb poor, skinny, fat, ugly, cute, bald head, long hair, it don't matter. The same thing is coming for all of us. So then what is it all worth if we all end up at the same place anyway? It's like the person that tries to jump through the lanes in traffic and they end up at a red light, and then you just slowly cruise up on them and look at them like this. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah, somebody rushing you and jumping around you to get stopped at the same red light you got stopped at. Y'all ended up at the, you could have just took your time. You said all the time. And that's what it be in life. Some people moving fast and doing a whole bunch, but we all end up right at the same place. We all get stopped at the same red light. Period. Death is coming for everybody at one point in time or another. It is the cycle of life. You said I do that, Auntie. Well, nephew, there's your cue. It's normally the young people that do it. And that's why the old people be looking at y'all like, you about to be at the same light I'm at, baby, with your music bumping all loud. You went nowhere fast. Come on, Amari! You went nowhere fast. Nephew, at least you was honest. That's funny, because it's normally the young people that do it, and the old people just, or middle age and up, be like, driving like that in the light about to turn red anyway. See? And then that's why when the old people just look at y'all and look back, you said we, to be honest, we be feeling somewhat stupid sometimes. I know, we was young too. Listen, we be feeling we was the dumb young folks rushing nowhere. Listen, This is why Solomon said, look, I realize it don't do no good, do none of that. You hear me? We be trying, this is what it means to let an old person put some fat on your head. Listen, don't rush into nothing. You ain't going nowhere. It'll be there when you get there. You ever heard an old person tell you that? They wasn't lying at all. It'll be right there. And the same people that's right here now, if they don't change, when you come back 25 years later, they gonna be right here. They gonna be right here. I'm trying to tell you, it's a real thing. And a lot of people don't learn that lesson. Now y'all the ones putting on the imaginary brakes in the passenger seat is. But nephew, I've been that person for a long time. I quit letting people drive me a long time ago. Nigga, I will burn a hole in your carpet. That's why I don't let nobody drive me nowhere. I was doing it when I let my friend drive my car back here. Hitting the brake. He said, ain't no brake over there. I said, yeah, but you need to hit the one on your side. I know it ain't one over here. Get out of my driver's seat. The hell? That part. Listen, get moved. And I let people, man, I'm in Missouri. They drive 80 miles an hour is the regular. They drive 80 to 90 miles an hour here all day. 60, you about to get ran over on the highway. You gotta be punching it to get on the highway, doing about 67 to be able to get into traffic. If you ever drove in Chicago or New York, yeah. You said we do. Yeah, we come on, Mike. Am I lying, nephew? Nephew here. And it's even worse in the city. You'll get ran over. Baby, when I first moved here, the first time I lived here, I did not drive for the first 7 months. My ex used to drive. I would not. He from here. I would not drive. When I lived here the first time, baby, it took me about a good 7 months to drive here. I would not drive. And New York is another place I won't drive, and Chicago. New York, Chicago, and Phoenix is getting that bad. I'm the slow person doing 60 in the slow lane. Is now. Yeah. They drive high. You heard, Michael? You said Arkansas 75 will not be driven. I'm trying to tell you, baby, it took me a long time to drive here. And I still don't like driving here. And I've been here again now 4 years. Baby, that's why I be like, nah, I'm not going today. You better hope you paying attention and got dodging skills, because they will drag race and don't care if they might hit you. I'm trying to tell you. Now y'all know why I be like, no, I can't go today. I'm going to go tomorrow. So if anybody be wondering why I don't be wanting to leave my house, that's why. And I-70 in Missouri is the most dangerous part of the United States. Ain't it, Michael? You can look it up. Highway 70 and the stretch that's in Missouri is the most dangerous part, next to the I-35 or whatever it is going to Chicago. Them two stretches of highway is the most dangerous. Yeah. Like in the country. Yeah. Yep, yes it is. They say it all the time. I be trying to tell people, no, I'm not going nowhere. And don't be asking me when I'm going, when I feel safe enough to go. Thank you, Michael, because people think I be tripping. No, listen, I pay attention to that kind of stuff. Sure is. The part of I-70 that is in Missouri is the most dangerous part in the United States. And you be seeing cars towed up here, like, no, flipped all over and crazy. And this ain't one area, so it's all the time. My mama born and raised here, and she does not like driving I-70. Me either. Hate driving 70. Hate it. I do 270, 370, 61 or whatever it would. Baby, if I could stay off 70, I'm not doing it. I'll take the long way first. Trying to tell you. And so when people like, CERCA, did you go? Yeah, no, I didn't. And it's because I don't feel safe. I go when I feel safe. Yeah, I got a bad feeling today. I'm not moving. Especially in this place. Nope. And you see, he said his mama's born and raised here, and she still don't like it, right? So no, I ain't going nowhere. I'll be right here. Moving on. And people like, did you go? No, because I don't feel safe today. Maybe tomorrow. Open up. Yeah, no. I go tomorrow. I don't feel too trafficky out here today. I'm gonna just go on and I'll wait till tomorrow. It's a real thing. Here we go. So it says, then I said to myself, the fate of the fool will overtake me also. He said we both gonna die. What then do I gain by being wise? He said wisdom didn't add no extra time. I don't get nothing special for being wise. I'm still gonna go to the same dirt that the fool went to. He said I did all this and I'm still gonna end up in the same place. You said I just let rideshare do it. That's even scarier to me, because what if they don't know how to drive? Just because they ride, girl, listen. Some rideshare people know how to drive. Some of them don't. Because, baby, I didn't have to get out and be like, I don't know where, but listen, scared the hell out of me. Not all of them. Some of them know what they doing. The other ones, you be having to pray the whole way. Sure will. Baby, please. I done almost been in a couple accidents in an Uber. Okay. It says, for the wise like the fool will not long be remembered. The days have already come when both have been forgotten. Like the fool, the wise must die. It says, so I hated life, because the work that is done under the sun was grievous to me. All of it is meaningless, a chasing after the wind. I hated all the things I had toiled for under the sun, because I must leave them to the one who comes after me. And who knows whether that person will be wise or foolish. Yet they will have control over all the fruit of my toil, into which I have poured my effort and skill under the sun. This too is meaningless. So my heart began to despair over all my toilsome labor under the sun. I done worked hard, and these kids about to sell all my stuff. Ooh. For a person may labor with wisdom, knowledge, and skill, and then they must leave all they own to another who has not toiled for it. This too is meaningless and a great misfortune. What do people get for all the toil and anxious striving with which they labor under the sun? All their days, their work is grief and pain. Even at night, their minds do not rest. This too is meaningless. And why is that? Because as soon as you attain it, you gotta, as soon as you get it, you gotta keep, figure out how to keep it. So now you stressed all that time to figure out how to get it, and now you gotta spend the rest of your life trying to figure out how to keep it. And those are you spend all them nights not sleeping trying to figure out how to get it, and now you're gonna spend all the rest of your nights while you have it trying to figure out how to keep it. He said it's all meaningless. Is it not? You said I think about that when you leave your stuff to your kids, right? What they gonna do with it? I want to give my daughters my KitchenAids. I ain't giving them to them. No, you know why? Because they don't value them like I value them. They might end up at the pawn shop, which is where I got them from, and I don't want them going back. So you're going to get your own. You're going to toil for your own so it'll have some value to you while you're here. Can I ask you a question? Do you also understand now why God don't want you treating people bad for stuff? You understand that now? Because y'all going to end up at the same place. Same way you going to be laid to rest, they going to be laid to rest. Y'all going to be at the same place. So don't treat nobody bad for things. Don't do wrong for things. Clout, whatever. Don't do it. Here we go. A person can do nothing better than to eat and drink and find satisfaction in their own toil. Just be happy with what you didn't work for. Don't worry about nobody else. This too I see is from the hand of God, for without him, who can eat or find enjoyment? To the person who pleases him, God gives wisdom, knowledge, and happiness. But to the sinner, he gives the task of gathering and storing up wealth to hand it over to the one who pleases God. Ching, ching. This too is meaningless and chasing after the wind. He said, evil folks store up all that stuff and you better have to turn it around and give it to somebody that make God happy. Sounds good. Let me get on the make God happy side. I've lived that. Remember I told y'all a story about a person I knew and he used to hustle. But at that time I was in church, but he just felt like he was, God kept telling him this is what he was supposed to do. Well, I knew why. Do you understand me? I knew exactly why. Right here. You the evil person. I'm the person trying to follow God. God let us interact. Because you about to cough up all that you just worked for. You don't even know it. You didn't even know it. You heard me? Every time. It's the reason that the D-boys used to find that something about you. Oh, I know what that something is. And it ain't the something you think. And that's not being cocky or funny. It's a reality. I told y'all, my ex-friend said, I just don't understand. Because you could be, it didn't matter what situation, whatever, they just used to be. I said, right. But you don't know that I just prayed, God, I need a blessing. And the blessing came in the, I already knew what it was. So right now, I know someone that all the money they stunted with, God made them spend it on others. I'm trying to tell you this. The word is real, baby. And once you know how it works, all my homegirls used to be like, what is it? I tried to tell you what it was. You don't believe it. You thought it was seduction, and it ain't none of that. That's why I don't get on. Hey, nice to meet you, blase skip. It's something different about you. I know what the difference is. I'm not about to do you dirty. I'm not a scammy type person. And I told y'all, niggas in the street and people in the street respect that. So they gonna look out. That's how we go. You thinking coming through here with no clothes on and throwing yourself in their faces gonna get it. That ain't it. He stay answering my questions. I'm trying to tell you. God said the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Righteous just means you trying to follow God's law. You realize that, right? We went over that before. Have we not? When we first started this, we talked about righteousness. And I said righteousness and church don't got nothing to do with each other. Because you can go to church and not be a righteous person. Remember? Okay, so this is why all the hood folks, you know, them people, they used to be in my house chilling. You need anything you need, you good? And all my people used to be like, how do you know these people? How do you know them? Don't worry about it. But there is a value that God can give you that people that don't understand valuable things, it'll go right over their head. Like a person in the street being able to trust that you will hold their money and won't do nothing with it. Okay, prime example. Back in the day, D boys always kept a church girlfriend, did they not? Like once you found out who her, or like even now, D boys that have a woman that's in church, like they woman is a real church going lady. Now they hoes might not be, but they wife, she don't be in the club. She don't be out all over. She go to church, probably work home. Exactly. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. And it ain't nothing she can't get from me. Oh, man, the wife, man. I'm about to... And the girl be like, He be like, nigga, that's my wife. You get what come after her. Prime example. She living right. She ain't out there. And, yeah, she might be going through some things because he ain't left the streets yet. But it ain't nothing off limits to her either. She got access to everything. She know where everything is. She don't condone what he's doing now. She's not condoning it, so he definitely probably ain't bringing it to the house. But she know what's going on. And she just praying for God to change him. Am I lying? Or is this not how it go? Now, it ain't so much like that just now. It's different now. But back in the day, that's how it was. Was it not? Or either his baby mama, whoever, she ain't that type of chick. Nah, bro, my girl ain't that type of chick. Why? Because the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. There it is. Trying to tell you how it works. Folks be like, learn the Bible. It's beneficial. Learn the Bible, baby. It's very beneficial. It's been a benefit to me my whole life. Even the times that I didn't want to use it. I'm telling y'all be trying to, the Bible. The Bible. Yeah. You said like the movie I Fell in Love with the Church Girl by Ja Rule, right? Even in that type of situation, the word comes true. You said your parents. Exactly. See? So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. People think I just begin. I'm like, this is the Bible. Okay. Pilate and his wife. Pilate, from Jesus getting crucified, y'all seen the Passion of Christ. Pilate is the person that washed his hands. How was his wife? The Roman Empire was going through their market and taking whatever they wanted. But that wife was like, it wasn't nothing she couldn't get from, no. Don't you do that. I've seen this man and I know him and he's a good man. Okay, baby. Okay. I won't. Don't make me look bad in front of my friends. Make them think it's my idea. Make them think it's my decision. I hear you. All right. She like, you hear me? So, understand that this plays out every day. You hear me? This plays out every single day. Every day. Tell me the Bible. Y'all probably done read this Ecclesiastes or heard it preached. And when you put it, all the hair on my body is standing up too. When you put it to real life, you see it. Do you not? It's not just, oh, that's biblical scripture. No, you can go through your life and see, oh my God, yeah, this is true. You said my cousin wife. Come on. Yeah. That's why the Bible say, the Bible, the word is life. It's medicine for your soul so that you can quit looking at life through rosy colored glasses and see it for what it really is. Now I'm about to go warm my chicken up. I love y'all. Y'all got some exercises to do anyway. And some more reading. You said aunties and my mama. Come on. Y'all got some more reading to do because y'all got to go read the testament of, what's his name? Which brother is it? That y'all got to go read to finish this lesson. Did you write it on your paper? Reuben. Okay. Just want to make sure. So before you finish your exercise, before you finish your paper exercise, you know, the one we're working on, like with all your different little senses and all of that, before you finish that, I want you to go and read Reuben and then go back and finish filling out the paper. Okay? So all our little T-bar, you know, pro and con type deals that we did today, before you go back and finish filling all that stuff in, I want you to read the Testament of Reuben and then go back and do it. Okay, so we did before Reuben, we did our Ecclesiastes, and then now you're gonna go read Reuben, and it ain't nothing but that one page and then the other one. But pay attention. Think about what's on your example paper that you have, and apply it to what we read in Ecclesiastes. Okay. I'm about to eat. I'll probably come back on after I eat or not. I don't know. We're gonna see. It's still early. So, y'all got that? That's the homework. Yeah. Okay. And I see y'all, some of y'all saying y'all about to give these exercises to y'all friends. Y'all don't even be waiting. Y'all don't even be done with the assignment. Like, yep, she needs to see this right now. Send it to her. Help you understand people and yourself. So, I know how it go. I know exactly how it go. Y'all are funny. I know how it go. I be watching y'all. It's okay though, because medicine for you can heal somebody else too. You said good journal problems, right? Some of y'all about to learn some stuff about yourself y'all didn't know. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.